User coming into the Groove ecosystem, I can tell you that you are going to have a wealth of people to choose from to not only mentor you, but help you on your Groove journey. Not just Groove employees. I'm talking about Groove users. They have just stepped up, including myself, where we're answering questions on behalf of Groove, asking nothing in return.
We like Groove and we like helping people.
Sometimes I've even seen in the forums and on Facebook feeds that Mike Phil-Same himself go in and answer questions.
I find the Facebook group to be so helpful.
You put a question in there, you will have 5 people in 10 minutes who will give you an answer to your question.
Anyone that joins Groove, they need to jump in that community right away because they're going to feel a part of the family right away.
And that's the kind of community and Facebook page we have with Groove.
We're here together. Together we're rising. It's not in a silo. You're not alone.
As a business owner, being able to get into a community, especially like Groove has built for us, is so comforting. You can reach out to each other and you become friends. You become a family.
It's essential for your success to have other people that speak the language that you do.
When you have somebody reaching back to making sure you're coming along, I can't say enough about the community.
I can't speak highly enough about it. I mean, they're just amazing.
Is far beyond any type of group, like software out there.
Now, as far as support, Groove has a team of people that are very smart.
They have 3 different ways you can contact support.
Is also super responsive, which is important. You know, we pretty much hear back on everything within 24 hours, oftentimes much quicker.
They will usually make a video.
And the video tells me exactly what I need to know. It's already queued up. It's been very easy to follow. Feeling like I'm actually talking to a real person, like my complaint or my question or whatever is actually being handled. They're really doing it. You know, they're not just sending me automated responses.
They're also quick to move it up to the second tier to the technicians who can look at it and work with it. So that's really helpful.
Nothing short of phenomenal. Okay? They're awesome, man. You know, customer service is one of the legs that your business has to stand on.
It's not many platforms that you see, not just the support team, but you see the people using it and have actually made good money out of it, supporting people who are brand new to Groove.
I'm super impressed. Like, I've never had customer service that great before.
There isn't that much to go wrong in Groove.
If you're new to Groove and you want to know where to start, and you're wondering, well, will I get support and will I get training? There are
thousands of training videos on their YouTube that are out there for free. You can go to Groove Academy. You can go into any of the Facebook groups. There's just so much that you can go and learn from that I think that they make it easy for anyone.
It helped me learn everything I needed to know and make the things myself.
This training, I've never seen anything that even is on the scale to being close to what we have access to.
The free training with Groove alone, I must tell you something, that alone is worth a couple $100,000 easily.
They are perfect.
You got people like David Lemon who make everything so loving and elegant.
David Lemon does a lot of live training sessions,
which has been super powerful. You can go every week and ask questions that are specific to you, and David Lemon himself will show you how to solve your problem.
David Lemon is wonderful.
He is a godsend, and he will actually make custom videos and put them out there for people. So David Lemon is one of the biggest assets I've ever seen to the Groove community. David is brilliant.
He feeds off of people asking him a question. It's like he needs to help someone today.
You know, that care, that actual desire to help people, that is present through the founding members, and that just comes top down.
The whole Groove team, everybody's vibe is to how can we serve our customer so that our customer feels like they're the most important thing in the world.
Provide value, provide change, provide opportunity to people, and really care about them succeeding.
They want you to succeed, and they're there to help you in any way possible.
It's a commitment to serving us, the community.
Groove.cm because customers matter, and that's how they've built their business. That's how they've built their company, is because they put the customer first, which very few people do.
And I think that speaks volumes to the software community, because they not only build software based on what they want. They base it on what users want.
The company culture of Groove is enough to want anybody to use Groove. To have that kind of a culture behind you as a business owner.
So proud of Mike for building a community this large and this robust with a lot of great people involved. So yeah, that's my honest take on it.
Hello. All right, everybody. We're live. Let's get our groove music on. Let's get our groove funk going. Here we go. All right. Day 3 of 4 of the Grooveathon. Today we're doing 2 things. We're going to be doing GrooveMember, and we're also going to be doing Groove Mail, both of those today. And excited about both of those? I'm excited about both of those. All right, so here we go. Let's give a big round of applause for me and David. Let's do it. Oh, listen to you guys. Here we go. All righty. Okay, folks. Rock and roll. Here we go. We're going to jump right in. We've got some exciting stuff for you today. As we just said, we've got Groove Mail and GrooveMember, but we're going to do GrooveMember first. And we're going to be doing, in Groove Mail, we're going to be showing you the new email builder, which you're going to be very, very excited about. And we're going to do a full walkthrough and building a membership in GrooveMember. We're going to talk about everything you can do with GrooveMail, why we built it, and everything that you can do in GrooveMember, and why we built it, and why we think it's going to be the most incredible platform out there. No slides today. The slides take up a lot of time, and we think that you guys really want to, you kind of get like what an email platform is supposed to do, going through slides saying you can set up an autoresponder. Autoresponders are good for follow-ups. You kind of get that. You guys want to get into the meat of it, see what the platform can do, see what's new. And with GrooveMember, same thing. We're not here to tell you what a membership is and why, try to make a case for why you want to have a membership. You're selling a product, you're selling a course, you need a builder, you get that. You want to know why use Groove, why it's better, how it functions, and what we have that's superior over the competition. And so that's what we're going to be doing. So David Lemon, how are you today? Good morning. Good to see you.
I'm doing awesome. I'm super excited to kind of show off everything that we have going on. It's amazing, and a lot of you guys who are still not even registered as a free users or still are free users, you really want to check it out, what we have for you today.
All right, awesome. So I'm just going to clean my glasses off here. David, I keep forgetting to get the white ones. The yellow ones have that like that blur. Right. There was a reflection back. So is this one of the white? No, this is still the yellow. So there we go. David was telling me this could get very, very annoying when we're seeing all that glare and you can't see my eyes. I want to let everybody know that yesterday was an awesome Grooveathon day, and we left it off on a nice high emotional note. Some of you people hit me up in Skype and sent me emails and Facebook Messenger that really, really connected with that message of us saying thank you for picking us. So we're seeing you guys here in the chat here. Edna Yates says, beautiful morning here in Florida. Yes, Edna, it really, really is. I'm here in Boca Raton, Florida. And we have a lot of people going to be coming to visit us. I just was told, I know that Rodrigo from Group Brazil comes up on Monday. I know David Fernandez is going to be coming as well. Me and him have a foosball rematch challenge. We heard from some friends in Romania that we met on the Marketers Cruise that are going to be here in March. And so lots of people coming down. And so if you're in the South Florida area, make sure to hit us up. We'll meet near the studio, get a studio tour, all those good things. But let's just jump right in and get started. So what I'm going to do, David, I'm going to share my screen. Get that right in. That's what she said. All right. And we got my screen in there. I see David laughing in there. All right. Off to a little fun here today. Michael Scott. And what else do I want to do? All right. Let's switch camera positions to us over to here. I'm going to move my StreamYard video over to here. So when I'm looking more in this direction. All right, everybody. Let's do it. We're going to start with GrooveMember and then GrooveMail. Now, just a reminder, for what's going on today and tomorrow. Today, we will be try to get out of here by 2, but we may go till 2:15, 2:20, 2:25 the latest. Again, we have some hard outs today at 2:30. And of course, we've got a lot going on with the launch that we've got to get ready for. We've got the launch starting on Friday. If you're not part of the launch, go to groovejv.com and learn more. Let me put it to you this way, something I haven't said. If you make about 2 sales, you're pretty much breaking even for your purchase for the lifetime. And so many of you have done that already. But you have to be an upgraded member to get the 40% commission and the 10% override on tier 2. If you're a free member, you only get 20%. So you don't even want to promote as a free member, because if you make a sale, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna be like, wow, Mike was right. I could have promoted this lifetime with the launch just on social media, made a couple of sales, and got my thing paid for. By the time you make your 3rd sale, you've not only got it made for, but you're in the profit. You're actually in the black, and now you've let Groove pay for itself. So groovejv.com, go there when we're done with this Groovathon here today to learn more. And of course, this launch is all about us letting everybody know that the lifetime offer is ending on February 22nd, and we're doing a webinar in the week of February 8th, and then one the following, and then a closeout on the 21st and 22nd, with some replay videos, and then that's it. You'll wake up on February 23rd, and we're going to have a new site, and you're going to pay $299 a month. So that's it. Joanne Woloff, good to see you there, Joanne. Good morning back to you as well. All right. So let's get that rolling right up again there. And I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All right. We want to make sure we got our hydration and our water and everything. Okay, guys. So GrooveMember. Who does GrooveMember compete with? GrooveMember competes with companies like Kajabi, or what does it replace is really the better way to say this. It replaces Kajabi, it replaces Teachable, it replaces Thinkific, and different platforms that you would use as a CMS. And CMS stands for Content Management System, or Customers Matter System. That's what it stands for here at Groove. So a CMS, a content management system, very, very simple. You're creating a course, and use your course to be able to have modules, lessons, and chapters. Now, I want to actually, David, I'm going to just share my I think we can just leave it right on me here, and we'll take the screen out for a minute. And I do want to actually draw some things for the users here. So I'm going to switch over to, let's see. Does that switch over? Yes, it did. Okay. So we want to talk about what a membership is in Groove, or in anywhere that you're ever using. So a membership, let's go to a blue pencil here. What is a membership? A membership is a collection of courses. And a membership is not only a collection of courses, but it's also the levels of access to each course, because I'm not going to build, let's just draw it out here, right? So each course may have, let's just put bronze, silver, and gold. And those are access levels. Okay, and what that means is you may have a course, it's easier to look at the gold, right? That has all of these, these different courses, lessons, and the gold gets all of them. The silver gets all of these, right? Check marks. These are really bad, little check marks there. And then finally, the bronze gets access to this. And look, you can even have a free, right? And the free has just, maybe these two, right? So there's free, bronze, silver, gold. And you can name these things anything you want, right? In our company, we use words like platinum, but anything that you wanted to call these things, hero module, the hero level, all those different types of things. Whatever you name these things right here, that's completely up to you, okay? So how do we look? Why do I say that that a membership is a collection of courses? Well, I want you to also consider that anytime that you're creating a membership, what you want to look at it is either it's some type of offer, right? It's either a stage offer, a webinar offer, or any type of offer that you make in a video sales letter or a product launch. Okay, now let's talk about, for instance, a stage offer. Why did I use a stage offer for that example? Or a webinar offer? I want you to look at it like this. Courses are independent. They're just things that you create, but you don't fulfill courses. You fill memberships, which are collections of courses, right? So courses, folks, are just assets. After you create your courses, you might have a course, and I'm just, for the sake of making this a little bit easier to understand, courses can be, let's say if we're talking marketing, I have a course on social media, how to become get traffic from social media. I have a course on SEO. I have a course on Facebook traffic. I have a course on YouTube videos for SEO, and I have a course for how to do paid ads with YouTube. So let me draw those out for us here. We said that we were going to do a course on SEO. We're going to do a course on social media. We're going to do a course on how to do Facebook ads. Whoops. We said that we would do a course on YouTube, SEO YouTube. And then my final course over here is a course on advertising with YouTube. Okay, now these are just courses that I have. Now, what I want you to remember is we said when you're creating an offer, normally the offers, they tend to go like this. Hi, I'm on stage and my name is Mike Filsame, and I'm going to show you over the next hour the 5 different things that you need to be doing in your business. You should always have an SEO strategy. You should have a social media strategy. You want to be advertising on both Facebook and YouTube. And when it comes to SEO, the second largest search engine in the world is YouTube. So we're going to talk about having content. I teach for an hour on stage or on a webinar. And then when I'm done, I said, okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Now I have a very special offer for you. I've created a few different courses. And if you're interested, for $997 today, I'm speeding through the offer, right? I'm going to give you my SEO course. It's going to teach you X, Y, and Z on SEO. I'm going to give you my Facebook advertising course. I'm going to give you my social media course, and that's $997. But as a bonus, if you buy now for the first 25 people at the back of the room, I'm also going to throw in SEO for YouTube and advertising, not just on Facebook, but advertising on YouTube as well. So you get those 2 different bonuses. So what did I do? I created an offer going back to here, right? Memberships are collections of courses. So now that we understand that I'm simply going to create a membership, and then the membership is going to ask me, okay, Mike, what courses do you want to put in? I'm going to say,
from my list of courses that I've created. In this particular membership, I'm going to add this, 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 and this, right? But I may be doing another, smaller course for $297, right? And this is a separate offer, and I'm calling it my SEO course. Great. For $297, I create a new course called SEO Mastery, and I only include my 2 SEO courses. Now, I'm going to create another offer for just $297. This one is on advertising. So it's not the whole gambit of all 5 of my courses. You just got my Facebook advertising and my YouTube advertising. I created a course called Ads Mastery. I'm sure somebody has that. And I give you those 2 courses. And then I have another course on social media. And that one is only this one, and I sell for $97. And since YouTube can be considered social media, I decide to give you that one too for SEO. So there you go. I have courses, and now after my courses are done, I could create memberships and wrap up courses. And if I have to create a new course, I just create a new course. So now let's talk about the structure of courses. Once you have a course, you have 3 different things in the hierarchy, right? And let's do it in this color here. The first is a module. All right. So we want to understand that we have module 1, module 2, module 3. All right. Module 1, I might call the intro, right? Module 2 may be mindset, right? Module 3 might be market research. Okay, we get that, right? Okay, so now inside of my modules, I have chapters. And then underneath each chapter, we have lessons. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, right? And that's the same thing here. My next chapter modules, I would have chapters, and then each chapter has different lessons. All right. So that's the abstract view of it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually jump in, and we're going to, now that we understand how that works, we're actually going to jump in and actually build something like this. Okay. So let's jump right in. We're going to go over to here where it says GrooveMember. We'll put my screen up there. All right. We click on the GrooveMember icon, and we're going to build this out, folks, in GrooveMember version 2.0. Now, David's going to pop in and let us know a little bit right now about when GrooveMember 2.0 is going to be something that you can use to actually fulfill fully. Right now, we're about 95% of the way done. So, David, everything I'm going to show them now, they could get up and running. When will they actually be able to connect this to a cart in GrooveSell?
Just right now, like immediately. So this is already connected to GrooveSell. So all that you will see, fantastic. You can do, and you can already fulfill.
So the only thing that I think we're working on right now is the access levels, or that's already been pushed.
Yes. So the access levels, this is going to be finalized within the next week or 2. So we do have access levels currently, but we also do have membership levels or membership access levels. So this is something that we overcomplicated, but there is an easier method to all this madness. This is what Mike just mentioned briefly. We are merging the 2. So we are merging membership levels and course levels into one, so that it's easier and as you said, Mike, dummy proof. Basically everybody will be able to understand it very easily. So that's being worked on currently right now.
Great. So yeah, when I was going through the access levels, I said, guys, if I can't figure it out, nobody can figure it out, and I own the platform. So I had a meeting with David and Debarshi. Debarshi's the product owner under David, who's the product owner of the entire app for Groove. Product owner is an industry tech term for the person that's responsible for everything in the app. So David's a product owner in the company of the entire software app. And then we have many product owners like Max and GrooveCart. Anrup does all of GrooveSell, even though he's the CTO of the company. And Debarshi does GrooveMember, and Hosni does Groove Pages and Groove Funnels. All right, so what you see over here, when we highlight over these things, this is where your content is. That's all your memberships. These are your members, and this is your analytics, okay? So what we're going to do, we also have portals. We're going to talk about that at the end here. Let's just go right into a membership here. Portals are just a hierarchy above memberships, right? Because memberships are collections of products. Your portals is something that you consider like Ryan Dice has at DM Labs, right? DM Labs is a portal of many different memberships, and memberships are collections of courses. So it's just a hierarchy above. So what I'm going to do, okay, we're going to create a new membership from scratch. And I'm going to call this one Superhero. Because remember, we're using the domain groovesuperheroes.com. So let's choose a subdomain, and I'm going to put groove with 3 O's because we don't allow the word groove in a subdomain. We've just protected that because we didn't want people spoofing. So to get around that, I'm putting 3 O's. Groove Superhero, and I'm going to select the domain that I want to put this to, and I'm going to put it to groovesuperhero.com. This subdomain is just needed for where we're going to host it internally. All right. The location, I'm going to put that in a subdomain called members.groovesuperhero.com. Now, if you remember, if you were here on Monday, on the first day of the Groovathon, we created all of these things over here in the portal. Let me just show you real quick. Went into the domain portal. In the account settings, and we clicked domains, and we clicked add a domain, and we added Groove Superhero, and I made Groove Pages the root domain, the .com, and we made member.groovesuperhero.com and blog.groovesuperhero and store.groovesuperhero for Groove Cart, Groove Blog, and GrooveMember. So going back to here, that's why we have that here. Business niche, I'm just going to put let's see, internet marketing, because it's all those SEO courses and stuff. Let's create a featured image. What I'm going to do here, folks, just to give you an example, I'm going to just go to groovedigital.com, and I'm just going to steal this right here as a screenshot, okay? And my screenshot software will open up in about 2 seconds. It should. All right, there we go. All right, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my selection tool just to get rid of this because I don't want that in the image. I'm going to drag this to my desktop. Great. Now I'm going to upload an image as my featured image. And we just put that on the desktop, so there's that file right there. Let me move my iPad Pro. Keeps hitting my mouse. We'll click the upload button to the server. Once we see that's on the server, we'll get a little notification over here. We'll hit select, and now we have a featured image. And now we want to make sure we're going to be getting rid of GrooveMember version 1.0. 2 is in sandbox, but again, we're coming out of beta. This is being released this week, and so you're not even going to see the sandbox there anymore in a couple of days. Now, we are also scheduled, what is this? You cannot change your subdomain. Okay. We're also scheduled to have an importer for GrooveMember 1.0. So if you've already created something in the old clunkier version of 1.0, you'll be able to import some of your content. And that's going to be coming. David, what are we expecting that? Q2, early Q2?
So there will be 2 importers, Mike, for version 1 to version 2. One will be for the content specifically, basically all your pages, like the lessons and the chapters and the modules and things like that. So that's the first one that's being worked on. The second will be for the members. So if you have any members already part of your membership, right, they're going to be imported to the newer version if you want to have that. Both of these are in Q. Yeah, both of these are in Q1. So by end of March, we'll have both of these.
All right. And Donna giving me a good reminder. Yes, you got that, Donna. Okay. All right. So that's everything we need to do to create the membership. This is a one-time step right here. So I'm just going to click create membership, and we've just created a new membership in the dashboard. I'm just going to head right back to the front of the dashboard so that we'll actually see that all of my collection of different memberships, we now have one called Superhero. Now you're going to notice right here, it says one course, because it gives us a dummy course to get started that we can just start. We could give it a name and start using. All right. So before we go into build any courses, we want to go into the membership and we want to create a look and theme that matches our brand. So do me a favor. Well, no, that might just be too complicated. So let's just look at Groove Superhero. That's the domain that one of our users chose the other day for us to do a demo with. And let's Groove. It's hard to type and talk at the same time, guys. All right. So I'm going to use a dark and yellow look and feel for our website here. Okay. So I'm going to go in. Now we have different themes for your membership. Right now we have just one. It's called the Groovy theme. Groovable. We're going to have like Groovejavi, all these different things, like basically that look like Thinkific and Teachable and themes that are very, very popular out there. The first one is called Groovy. And then there's also different login pages that you can choose. So actually, let's choose one of these right now. I can have a login page that either looks like this, or I can have a login page that looks like this. And I kind of like this one a little bit better. And we can go in and we can change these photos, and we can edit all of this different stuff right here. That's not quite as sexy, but just you'll get it when I'm doing it here in the main membership. It would follow the same thing. But the bottom line is you could customize your login pages to look like your brand. But let's do the sexier one right now, and let's go into the actual theme and customize it. All right. So we're inside the theme. As you can see, I can see how it's going to look on a mobile device, how it's going to look on an iPad, and how it's going to look on a computer, a desktop or a laptop. On the right side here, we have a couple of things. This allows me to do different pages, and that's what we're going to see up here in the header and the footer. Okay. Over here, this is how, I'm sorry, those are actual pages that we're going to have outside of the site that are not logged in. And then this is the navigation links. This is how you can actually edit all of this stuff. And this is our exit button. So let's start first here with the editing this actual theme. So I'm just going to click customize. And we're making that a little bit easier, just so you know. This is going to be a drop down that's going to say right here, that's going to say light theme, dark theme, or custom. So we're in the light theme right now. I can click and go right over to the dark theme, or I could click customize. All right. And I kind of like, let's go with the header navigation. We said that we were going to make that dark. So I'm going to go with a pretty dark color here, just like that. And the text color will leave white. And body section, we're going to leave, I think we're going to leave this all here just like this. But we did say that our buttons were going to be yellow, if you remember. All right. With black text. Okay. And what we've done, folks, essentially is we've customized the look and feel of the way our membership is going to look. In fact, I think even my background here in the header, I'm going to go full black there. All right. So I'm going to click the save button just to save my work. Now, watch how easy this is. Remember, my course was supposed to be, one of my courses was on SEO. So we're going to call this, just to make this easy, guys, instead of SEO mastery and all this stuff, I'm just going to make everything grooving with blah, blah, blah. So we're going to call this one grooving with, there's no E in grooving, right? David? You spell it like that?
Yeah, I believe it is without an E.
Yeah, okay. So grooving with SEO, everything you need to know about SEO, right? So just like that, this is how I'm actually designing how my membership is going to look. And I've got different pages here that I can customize, just like Groove pages, but we've made the editor a little bit easier. You don't need the side palette thing coming up. because there's a theme. We don't want you to make different fonts on every single one of these things here. We want to do more like a theme, like in GrooveBlog. Let's change this over here as well. Watch this, guys. I'm going to click the edit, and this course is based on what? SEO. So I'm going to click over here. I clicked the wrong one. I'm going to click over here on free stock photos. I'm going to type in SEO. Let's use, let's just use this one. Let's keep it simple. The one that says SEO on it. I'm going to select that. I'm going to add that to here. And now what do we notice? Well, we can't see the white text anymore. And I don't think that making the text darker is going to help. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to click right here on the image overlay, and we're going to give it a black overlay, and then change the opacity, and look at that. Boom! My goodness. Does that look absolutely gorgeous?
Yeah, baby.
All right. Thank you, Austin. And now I'm going to see why I'm crashing here. Okay, I'm going to click the save button, and I've essentially created the home page of my membership. Now you're going to notice you've seen some of this stuff before. I can add additional content here. So here, what you will learn, right? I can go in here and actually type in this course, you're going to learn this. Over here, I'm just going to create another content section, and we're going to call this Why You Need SEO. Okay. And now over here, I'm just going to add a checklist, right? And I can add more items to the checklist, what, key lessons include, et cetera, et cetera. You kind of get it. I'm building my page out here from my homepage. Now, when we go into our pages, again, this is before they're logged in. This gets to help advertise the actual course. When I go in over to pages, you'll see that I have an about page, a support page, contact us, terms and conditions, and privacy, right? So this is basically allowing you to add actual pages that you don't have to do in Groove Pages. You can actually create pages just in the membership. And again, if I want to go and I want to edit my About Us page, we're not making you have to go to Groove Pages to do this. This is all within the theme. And now you just say, I want to add sections. I want to put a video here. And in this video section, I'm going to replace the video that advertises About Us, etc. Okay. So the key thing that I'm showing you here, folks, is that we've detached GrooveMember from Groove Pages, and we've made it more like GrooveBlog, where you have an initial theme and you just add sections that are relevant. Just like yesterday we spoke about getting the checkout page outside of Groove Pages. We're leaving Groove Pages to be your brand site and your funnels, and then we're making the apps work independent and function with these themes that will just make things a lot easier for you, okay? So now that we understand that we have different pages, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to our navigation, and the navigation works just like in Groove Pages. If I want the contact us before the support, I simply move the contact us. Is that David, is that a coming soon feature that I can move these up and down, or am I doing something wrong?
No, you should be able to click on the 6-pack and then click and then drag it up. Is it not working?
Yeah, I
on
think
the
it's
6 dots.
yeah, so little bug, we'll get that fixed, but you would just drag these into position. It's just not working right now. But we'll get that one fixed. All right. And then you could go into here and you could say, I want to hide this particular page from the navigation, or whatever the case is. And now the logo, right? Let's bring a logo up for this. And you can just go to Canva to make your logos. I'm just going to click right here. And I think I created something the other day. Let me just see here. Oh, that was Logo Ipsum. Let me see. I know I was in here the other day. My team is working on a lot of stuff. Oh, I created one called Let's Groove. So let's just use that as my logo for right now. Okay. And my favicon, my footer logo, we're going to do that as well, because footer logos are a little bit different. Can be a little bit different sometimes. I don't want to get too much into it, but on a mobile device, you might want to have a big logo here and you might want to have a smaller logo here. So we allow you to actually have two different logos, and you can actually then adjust the size of those logos. I'm just going to click my save button here. I've got my ugly logos. I just made those fast the other day with screenshots, but you kind of get the picture. So I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because it doesn't look good that small. Click the save button, and there we go. That's a little bit bigger. And I think that looks pretty good for a logo. Okay. And essentially what we're doing is we're creating the outside branding look and feel of the site. Now, the About Us page as well, I have to change the image here. I'm not going to do that now, but you have to change the image here on all of these pages. David, maybe it'll be a cool setting that we have on the home page where we have something like use this. So let me just go back to the home page. Maybe we have a little setting that says that use this image, for all pages in the project, right? And then if not, then you can have an individual image there. Okay, all right. So that pretty much does it. I can add pages. We saw that. I can do the navigation, and I can adjust every single button, text, color, font, everything on how I want my membership to look. I can now preview it and see how it's going to look on a tablet. And there's a little edit button here too as well. That brings that up nice and easy. And then there's how it's going to look on mobile as well. Okay, there we go. We have successfully created the theme of the membership. That's it. That's a one-time thing. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go back, and the only other option left to do is to create courses for this membership. And yes, once you create a course, you can use those courses, you can clone them, and you could use them in other memberships. And not to get too much into it now, but we're detaching memberships from being locked into a course, and there'll be a separate thing called courses. And then you'll just say add a collection of courses. We actually have a little mock-up of that in Figma. If we have time, we'll show you that. But for right now, remember, we said that memberships are a collection of courses. So we have to go and create our courses. So our course right here, this is the actual one I actually should have called SEO. The membership would have been called whatever my stage offer is. So here would be SEO. We're going to give this a black background and change the opacity. Like that. Okay, the best SEO course. All right, now we have to go in and we have to create our different modules, and each module has lessons and chapters. Did I do that backwards? David, is it module, lesson, chapter, or module, chapter, lesson?
Module, chapter, and then lesson. The lesson is the actual post where your content will be.
Okay, so when we look, so we got it right before. I have my course outline, and if you remember, I had some modules before that I said, and I'm just going to look back on my iPad. Module 1 was called Intro. So we're going to rename that. Whoops. Module 1 is called Intro. So we hit save. And just like that, I have module 1 was Intro. Now I need to add another module. So what I do is I just click the plus button here, and I want to add another module, and that pops up in order where it should be in the hierarchy. And module 2, we were going to call Mindset, if you remember. Module 3 was called Market Research. So we're going to add one more module. And David, I think that it should expand this section and not put an iframe in there when you click the plus button like this. You know what I mean? It should automatically expand so that you don't have to scroll down to see that. All right, thanks. So we've got our third module, and we said that that module was going to be called market research. All right, just like that, we've created our course outline, module 1, module 2, module 3. And now in module 1, we've got to create our chapters. So I'm going to create a new chapter here. And can I move this up? Yes, I can. Great. Look at that. So the first chapter, we're just going to call chapter 1. Now, again, you kind of get it. Like you'll have better names for these chapters. How did I get into? How did this get renamed Market Research, David? Did you see that? Module 1 became Module 3. I didn't see that.
I didn't see what and when that happened, but yeah, we'll need to check.
Okay, yeah, we'll go back in the video and see what happened. That's interesting. Why isn't it pulling up the name? Bear with me just a second. And it deleted it, David?
No, I just renamed it so that chapter 1 is now the name for some reason. We'll need to look into it.
Yeah, the thing is, you see when this is module, because the purple tells me that it's a module. Green are lessons and yellow is chapters. So the thing is, David, see this is module 2 mindset. When I hit edit, well, this one remembered it, so that's good. The other one, it didn't remember it. So, all right, so this is supposed to be, let me just redo this again. Sorry, folks. Module 1 was dash intro. All right, let's get to actually building out. We have chapter 1, we have lesson. And I remember we had 3 lessons, so I'm going to add another lesson here, and we're going to add another lesson here. Okay, so this lesson, you could go in and start giving it names, but right now I'm just going to call this lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. All right. You could put a description, featured image. We're gonna actually do that so that you can see how all of this stuff is going to look in just a minute. But let's actually just build out the outline first. Lesson 1, lesson 2. Whoops. And lesson 3. All right. So now I've created, essentially my course outline. I think you guys kind of get this, right? If I had a webinar product, my first module might be registration. My second model might be indoctrination to get people to show up. My third model might be slides. My fourth module might be the close. And my fifth module might be the replay, right? And then in there, in registration, right, I might have headlines. And then all you need to know about headlines. And then sales copy, all those different things. Right now, I'm keeping it kind of abstract, but you kind of get the point. You're creating your different modules. Modules have chapters, and the chapters have lessons. And you can even skip if you want and just have modules and lessons. You don't always have to have a chapter. All right. Now that we have this, let's click on the main section here. You see it brings us here. I have my navigation. I want to start with the modules. And now you see I have the chapter 1, right, with 2 lessons in it. Here, let's actually start building out a lesson. The lessons are the only things where people can actually learn. And you'll see it's very what you see is what you get. The user is actually going to see the course outline right here as well. So I'm going to close this here to give us a little bit more room to work. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we can create anything we want. If I don't like this video here, I can just click on the edit button here. How do I delete the video, David? Am I missing something?
There's on the video module, you cannot delete the video itself. So this is a video section. You would need to delete
this is a video module, right? Of course, because it is a video section. So if I want to delete the section, let's just add a content section just to see. I can go to here and hit the trash button and delete that session, right? So there we go. This is module 1, and this is we're going to call this the introduction. And here I'm going to talk about all of the, welcome to the course. Here I'm going to now add a video, and we're going to call this Getting Started. And here we're going to have some text here. And then for the video, when I click on the edit, I can add any video from my video library in Groove, or I can do an external URL where you can do things like YouTube and Wistia and Vimeo, just like that. All right, you kind of get that, right? And then I could add more text here, and I just start building out sections. If you guys remember what it was like before to do this in the GrooveMember 1.0, it was very, very hard. So now we're going to add a checklist, right? The key, what you're going to learn in this
zoom in
lesson.
a little bit. Could you zoom in a little bit so we can see it a little bit better? Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Thanks.
you got it. It looks huge on my screen, but I get it. So here, the key lessons include, or whatever the case is, what you're going to learn in here. And again, you can just keep adding. I can make this look like a list or a grid. And if I don't like this particular one, I can just delete it and continue to add more items. I can now add an accordion, right? What is an accordion? Well, this is kind of like, you'll get it just like this. I'm going to click right here. I'm going to put, and then here we will collapse that or uncollapse that and say, yes, this is easy. Just watch, right? And then question number 2 would be, does this work for software companies? And then you would just basically put in your answer. Yes, right? And you're building out your FAQ. Then what you want to do, again, you don't have to do it if you don't need it, but maybe you had a follow along PDF, and so we're going to put this right here. Download beginner's guide, PDF, right? And now over here, we can add an item from our GrooveMember from our GrooveMember files, right? You can upload files. We'll show you that later, and then you can find any one of the files, PDFs that you might have. Okay, and then just like that, they'll be able to download by clicking this button. And folks, that's how you basically build out each lesson. It's that simple. It's really that simple. All right, and then when you're done, you hit save, and now you go back out to your course outline. Whoops. And you're seeing lesson 1 is built, and now I want to go build lesson 2, and I start all over again. I just put the video that I want here, and if I need more content, I use it. If I don't need more content, I don't hit the plus button. And then I go in, I create my modules, and I just go out and I create my course. Very, very simple. That is how you would create your course. And let me just see here on templates. What is this here, David? Oh, we have one template for the way that the course is going to look like right now, and that's what we're doing. And then we have more templates coming soon. So you can actually change the way that this course is going to look. We're going to have a template where maybe you're going to see this navigation on the left-hand side, which is what you're seeing here. It's a little tough to see, but you're seeing that there's different types of ways that the lessons are going to be. All right. So you have lots of different options, but I want to show you a couple of you as well. Let's go back to this lesson that we just built out, lesson 1, right? This is the one that we built out. Now you could also put a little, just trying to close this here, waiting for my browser to catch up. You can put a little image right here as well for each lesson to give each lesson that look and feel. So this introductory lesson was called intro, but let's just say it was on mindset, right? So I'm just going to look up, is mindset one word? I'm going to look up something that looks good for mindset. This one looks really good right here. I click the upload button, and now I add it to this section right here. So you see, each section can have an image that matches the look and feel of that particular lesson. This is really, really cool stuff. This allows you, and you do that not only for the lesson, but if we go back to the outline here, or going back to, let's see, the SEO course, you'll notice that you have these nice little images here. So I can do that same thing for every single one as well. Let's just do just one more real quick. Let's go to this module. And you see we have no image here. So module 1 was the intro, the introduction. So let's type the word introduction and see what happens. Maybe it's 2 people shaking hands. Who knows? Introduction. Let's use this hello. Why not? That's nice and easy. Or you upload your own image if you don't like that, of people shaking hands. So now I've got the hello. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Like I said, change the opacity a little bit like that. And I think you're starting to get the picture. You're looking at how your actual membership is going to look. If you want to list your chapters like this, you just click that, and that's how your users are going to see it. And they'll also have the option to change it as well. And that is pretty much how simple it is, folks. You create, we just created our course on SEO, and that has, the modules, the chapters, and the lessons. So I'm going to click save, and we're just going to do this a few more times, but we're not going to go as deep, and you'll see why in just a second. Let's click the back button, and I have my course here. I want to edit this course name. And David might have to help me here. Let me just see. Settings. There we go. This course name they defaulted it to the name of the membership. But the first course was supposed to be called SEO. All right. And I can have a course logo. I'm going to use the SEO one for this as well. And I'm not going to create all 5 of these, but I want to basically, I want to see one more thing here, David, the course canvas. This is where you can create instructors, and I'll show you later. You could create instructors, and that way, if me and David created the course, our pictures would show up on every single module and lesson on the side. Let me just do that real quick. I'm going to back out all the way. Okay. Also, David, I want to just mention here. Okay, we only have a save. We don't have a save and exit here. I don't know if we should, but maybe. So let's go over to here, and we will click on settings, and I'm going to create instructors. So we're going to create one called Mike Filsame. Oh, shoot. This is the basic info. My bad. Instructor tab. I have to add an instructor. We're going to call it Mike Filsame. David, drag me an image of you, please, in Skype. All right. Instructor description, CEO of Groove. Instructor image. Let's just use this one right here, guys. It's just easy. I don't have to go getting a screenshot from my Facebook, right? Not the best picture of me, but you kind of get it, right? So now we've got an instructor. Now David's going to send me another image. And while we do that, we're going to add a guy named David Lemon, right? And you can have unlimited instructors, the world class educator. We're going to now upload that image. That David just sent me. Click open. Hit upload. Whoops, what happened there? Let's try that again. There we go. We're going to add David's photo now. I don't want to rush through this stuff. I actually want to. Let's close this out and start again. It's being a little finicky. yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to rush through this stuff. It's not like I have a ton to show you. So I'm going to slow it down and actually take the time to build this out correctly. All right, we have a little bit of a bug here. So I'm going to just hit create. I must choose an image. So I'm just going to click the refresh button here and see if that just wants to make me happy to get into the editor there. David Lemon, best teacher. Choose image. Okay, hit the upload button. There we go. Finally. Now that we have that added there, we hit the select button, and now we have 2 different instructors. Okay, now that we have that, I can now go back to all of my my course dashboard, and I can click on, where were we? We were doing the courses. And in the settings for this course, we needed for the course canvas to have instructors. So David Lemo, David Lemon, and Mike. All right. Now that that's done, see, David, we need a save and exit button here as well, like we have over here. So we can save and exit. Let me just, guys, just go back to here and just fix this. It's just killing me that I spelled that Lemo instead of Lemon. Okay. So now let's go back to the courses. And David, if I added us to this course, to the SEO course, let's see where we're going to see us. Would we see us in a chapter lesson?
Yes, it would be. I don't think that it will show in from the back end here. It will show up when.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So not showing my picture, David. Not sure if that's a bug or the picture I use, but just to let you know. All right, guys. But you see how that works. The instructors now show here, just like that. Okay. David, maybe we add some drag handles here as well, so that you can move one person the top to bottom. Not rather.
Yep.
You following me?
I
Okay,
like
so
that.
you got customization. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back. And if you remember, I was creating a membership with 5 courses: SEO, social media, Facebook, YouTube, and YouTube advertising. So I'm going to add another course, and I'm going to call this one social media. And I'm just going to use the same thing for the description. Let's choose an image here. Remember, slow it down, take the time. Social media. Hit the return button. And let's use that same theme. We had an SEO one with the children's blocks. Let's just use the same theme here if we can get so lucky. And look at that. I now have my my second course. I'm going to hit the exit button here and go back. And we have a social media course. We have an SEO course. What else are we supposed to have? We're supposed to have a Facebook advertising course. Let's add it. Excuse me. We're going to just type in Facebook here. And why not? Let's see. Just grab this one right here. It has a messenger logo. I wasn't crazy about that. That's why I was hesitating. I probably should have used this one. I like that one better, but it's not the one I used. So it's uploading. Come on, baby. All right, now we're going to hit select. And we're going to click save. Now we've created our SEO course. Just let's, like I said, we're going to take the time, and just because I want to show you exactly what we said we were going to do, we're going to do. I'm not going to build out all of the templates on all of those, like we did, but you kind of get it. So we've got our SEO course, our social media course, our Facebook ads course. And now the next one, we're going to show the YouTube for SEO. And we're going to search YouTube. Let's just use that little button right there. Why not? We're going to click save, choose the theme, and head back. All right, we have one more course. We said we were creating 5. The last course was going to be on YouTube advertising. So YouTube ads, make it quick. And we'll choose a slightly different YouTube icon for that. Oops, because we want to distinguish. Let's use this one. I like that right there. All right, and just like that, remember, we said a membership is a collection of courses. Courses are based on topics, YouTube, Facebook, social media, copywriting. You kind of get it, right? Did I not click the, oh, it's uploading. And we click select. We click save. We give it the default theme. And now we'd have to go in and build all of this stuff out and put our banner for YouTube's there. You get that, right? You've got to make it look custom. But when we're done here, we have all of our courses. Now, David, as I see this, I would like to see that you could have drag handles to put this in place as well. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like if I want people to, like, you know what I mean? You can't go through the YouTube's ads course until you've done the SEO. I might want to have a drag handle so I can put these into order, not in the order that they were created. All right, cool. That's just me talking into the team, guys, but you kind of get it. So look at that, guys. I've now created an entire membership. Yes. Do you have to get in front of a video and record your screen and teach people? Yes. And then once you have those videos, you have to go in and you have to add them to your sections, but you kind of get it. If I wanted to now go do the Facebook course, I would just hover over this and click on edit course. And, you get the picture. I'd have to click edit here. I'd have to, put a Facebook image here like this. I don't know if it's I think my browser's just running very, very slow today. And again, remember the opacity, just keep it simple, make it black like this. And yeah, there's something wrong with my browser. It is running very, very slow. So I might close it and then reopen these pages. But there you go. You kind of get it now, right? We've done that. Now I would go into these lessons and I create a course outline for my Facebook course. Modules, right? Market research, avatars, graphics, copywriting, all those different types of things. Tracking. And then I go in and I create chapters and lessons based on that topic. So when I'm done with the Facebook course, I would go and I would do the same thing for my social media course. I would do the same thing for my YouTube course, and I would do the same thing for my YouTube's ads course. And when I'm done, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to go back here. Let me guys, let me close my browser here for just a second. Let me close this out, and I'm going to completely quit Google Chrome because I seem to have a memory problem. You know what happened?
And Mike just left the whole stream. He'll be back in a moment. But yes, this is so exciting. We do have a couple of bugs, as you've seen, but this is just minor things. It does not stop you at all from actually creating your own memberships. Let me see while we are here together, just you and I. Let's just see if I can answer some of your questions here. For the videos, can you just put them all on Groove Video and pull them instead of YouTube? Yes, you can do that. Just open Groove Video, upload all of your videos, would that be from Vimeo or YouTube itself. Just bring them into the library and then you can add them later on to your membership. Right. You mentioned on Monday that the member area is similar to Patreon. Would this member platform be a good fit for musicians, artists? It's not yet. That's something we are planning to do in the future. But here's Mike. And now we're playing ping pong. I'm going to add you, Mike. Okay. Come on.
Every time I clicked add, David was clicking add and a toggle to remove, and it was sending me in and out, in and out, in and out. So then we both waited like 5 seconds, and then we did it again. All right. But you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Let me see. I want to make sure that I have the right camera, microphone, and everything as well. Audio. Cool. All right. So share my screen again here for you. When I my screen is now, well, my stuff is working a lot faster now. But when I closed that, you wouldn't believe I was talking, David, and I was like, David, do me a favor. Why don't you do some Q&A while I'm just rebooting my browser? And I didn't hear anything. And then I was like, where's the StreamYard? Oh my God, I blew myself right out of the stream. Thank goodness we had David here, or you guys would have been just booted out. All right. Now, we're going to go back to membership, and we're going to now click on access levels. All right. So here's our superhero course. What do we have here? So we're going to be putting some tooltips here as well. So the keys means that you can get the login URL or the website URL, so that you could, give that to people that are looking. This is the edit, this is the settings, and then over here you've got delete, and we've also have the ability, David, the clone, is that missing? Or is that coming?
We don't yet have the ability to clone whole memberships because they're currently tied to courses. So the whole thing would need to be cloned. Once we separate out the courses from the memberships, then we will add the membership clone option.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go into this membership here. And going down here, we know that we have courses. This is where you'll manage your members that are in the course. The access levels is what I want to go over. We've talked about customizing the themes, analytics, settings we've seen, So the only thing that we really haven't done is access levels. And so the access levels, this stuff, folks, is going to change, but you kind of get it. When you create an access level, you'll give it a name, right? And it's going to be bronze, right? Oh, this is membership access level. I want to do course access level. And David, is this new? Is that why there's no add button here yet?
Yes, currently that is the case. Yeah.
So we'll do it in the membership. We're going to call this a bronze. Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, it is at the membership level. We're getting rid of the course access. So we said that we were going to create a bronze, and the bronze guy is just not working yet. David, is that what it is? Why I can't select? David, we don't
actually. This is pretty new. This should work. Let me just have a look at some.
So, folks, if you remember earlier, do you remember I said that there would be one level that gets all 5, and there would be one level that only gets the SEO, and there'd be another level that only gets the advertising, and then there would be one level that just got social media with YouTube? You would basically go in and start checking off those different things right now to create your course bundles, right? You would have your bronze, which is only SEO, and your silver, which is only advertising, and your copper, which is just social media, and your gold, which would be all 5 of them, right? And you would just select all 5. Like we said, folks, this is in the sandbox mode right now, and as David said, we're just literally about a week away. Go ahead.
So actually go back into the courses, and from there you create your access levels. So if you go in, not this menu, go into the actual courses menu. There we go. And here select the second button on the hover. Hover over it, and then the second button, when the 3 icons show up, Mike, there should be the second button.
My browser's running very slow. That's what I was hovering, and I wasn't getting anything. Okay, so here. And this, folks, is what we said that I felt was a little bit too confusing.
Yeah.
We had a 2-hour whiteboard meeting with the team, and that's what David is saying is coming very soon for you. So now,
currently we have the membership access levels and the course access levels, and this is the thing that I said that it's kind of confusing even for us still doing this demo, and this is what we are actually working on, making it easier.
A whole new way to make it simple. Dummy proof. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be very, very logical. But in that same sense, right now, let's just call this one bronze. And where's the sales page that advertises that? I'm just going to put HTTP. All right. And I'm going to put drip content here, custom. And I'll show you how that works. All right. So now in the actions, let's see what happens when I click edit. All right. So it's taking the course called YouTube ads. And let's actually save this and do one in the one that we actually made. So my exit button out of here is, so David, we need an exit button, right? Boop, I don't think I have an exit button. I have to navigate back to the courses here. But we actually did create some modules here in the SEO. So in this one, we're going to go into the course. Whoops, sorry guys. My browser's running very slow today. We're going to go into the SEO, and I'm going to do course access level. I'll do the same thing here. This is custom. And now we can edit this, and we can say that this lesson is locked, or they get access, or it's drip. And that means they get it 7 days after the membership starts. It's because we're dripping content. And you can just now go in and, I'll just, say that this chapter is instant. This next chapter is also instant. David, the instant isn't working here. I don't want to flip. I'm clicking instant, but it's not giving me instant. And it may, you know why? Because there's no lessons. There's no lessons. I didn't create lessons. So yeah, you have to go in and actually create lessons for there to be an actual chapter and module. Without lessons, there's no content. So I'm just going to actually just make all of this instant. All right. And now this one, here as well. Why is that not letting me make that? Oh, because we said that this was, I said that we were going to make this custom, and therefore I had to go in and customize it. All right. So, and once I had modules in here, which I didn't create anything in here, they would open up and I would be able to give access levels. I wish, folks, that we had a little bit more about our vision about what it was going to be. It really doesn't make sense for me to be demoing the old thing that's going away, but you kind of get it. You're basically saying how courses are delivered and what courses are allowed in what membership, and then how the content gets delivered. Is it dripped? Is it or does it all go out instantly? All right. All right, David, what type of questions are we having right now for a GrooveMember? We have about 15 minutes.
So there is one from Pink Storm, I believe that's the name, if I'm reading it correctly. Why would you need a course access level 2? So our first thinking was that you can actually decide with the access levels of a course of how the course is delivered. Like you can set up the different access levels and maybe chunk up the course to be delivered separately. And then the membership level would deliver multiple courses. And this is where the complexity happens, that you would just get too confused with everything. So this is where we decided that, okay, we'll merge the two. We will not allow chunking up a course and selling it separately in different modules, but only course as a whole will be able to be sold as a kind of something that you access. So membership is going to give you access to courses. You're not going to be able to kind of chunk up the course into different modules. So that's what we planned. But I believe Mike will now draw it out.
David, can you guys hear me here? Because my microphone is far away. If you can't hear me, I'll switch.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
It's still good enough? Okay, let me point this down directly at me. So, because I am a little far away from my microphone there. And I will move this over to here so I can get even closer to the microphone. Okay. All right. I believe that what we have is the new way that we're going to be doing this. All right. So let me go over what I actually went over with the team the other day. So I'm going to get I don't want to write on this, but so folks, let's digress here for a second. Can you guys see me good? Is the lighting good enough on me here?
Yes, looks good.
All right, very good. All right, so let's digress. What we just tried to do is show you a demo of the way that it used to be. And when I went through that, as you can see, even now I'm confused. And even David said, hold on a second. He had to reach out to Debarshi. Debarshi said to do this. And when this happened to me the other day, I said, guys, we need to get on a call. So whatever we just showed you, don't worry. Let's go back in time, get in the DeLorean. Let's go back 15 minutes. Forget that we even went over it. All right. The question that was just asked was, why do you even need access levels on courses? Get in the DeLorean. Forget you even saw that you saw that there. What David was saying was, this is what we were thinking in the past. I have this right here because this is essentially the presentation that I said to David, Anrup, and Debarshi. And when they were done, they were like, yeah, this is good. Everybody's on the consensus and you're going to love it. So basically what I said, and I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can so you can hear me, is that memberships are offers. Offers are a collection of courses, right? We just went over that on the whiteboard that I was drawing with the iPad Pro. A membership is simply an offer that I make on a video, on stage, on a webinar. Not only this, I'm going to give you my course on webinars. And as a special bonus, I'm going to give you my course on copywriting. And these are courses. So when I make an offer, I make a collection of my courses. As you see, I said it's stage, webinars, bonuses, VSLs, etc. And you can even see I did kind of like the same thing here. It might be a little hard to see, but you can see the FB. I said this is a course on Facebook, webinars, SEO, YouTube, and funnels, right? And then once I have my courses, I'm going to create membership levels, and membership levels are free, silver, gold, and premium. And what are they? They are the free. You get these two courses, Facebook and webinars. The silver gives you Facebook, webinars, and SEO. The gold gives you Facebook, webinars, SEO, and YouTube. And the premium gives you all 5 courses. It's the premium package that gives you my course. That's the Facebook, webinars, SEO, YouTube, and funnels. Funnels, YouTube, funnels, right? You're getting everything. Now, once I've said these are the different courses that you get with each level, that's what makes the levels different, is on top of that, you're going to notice that each one of these things here is a course. This is so easy, folks. Now what you basically do is you say that the free member gets the Facebook course and he gets the webinar course. And now in the free, you'll notice there's only 2 check marks out of 5 modules. He only gets in the free, he gets part of the Facebook course, but only these 2 modules. And this is highlighted in red because he's not getting access to this. He gets the webinar course, doesn't get the other 3 courses. And in the webinar course, he only gets the intro and the registration. And then this says unlock to get more. And then they're going to have to unlock to become another member and upgrade. At the same time, the silver member, we gave full access to full Facebook, full access to webinars, and full access to SEO. And as you can see, these little lines right here, what they represent is the course access levels. So the first thing that you do is you create your courses. A membership is then a collection of courses. And then I say the free gets these courses. Silver gets even more courses. Gold gets even more courses. Premium gets even more courses. Then once I jump into the premium, I can then check off which modules they get inside of that course. And as you can see, the easiest way to explain that is in the free,
they don't get 5 courses, they only get 2, and they only get 2 of the 5 modules here, and they only get 3 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only get 3 of the 6 modules here. And then I could also say whether or not this right here is instant or drip or whatever the case is. Because I might want to say, for instance, right here, that this, all of this was a bonus. And so this drips when you get all of this at day 31. Why would I want to do that? Well, this is where I would say something like this. And for those of you that stick with the course and don't refund, as an added bonus for people that stay with the course and don't refund, you're going to get access to my special course on funnels, right? It was a bonus. My special course on funnels, but you have to wait through the refund period. So I do a drip that makes you wait 31 days. Other reasons why you might want to do a drip is you don't want to overwhelm the users with content. On week 1, they'll learn this. On week 2, they'll learn this. So you drip out the content, or you just give them instant access. The bottom line is it's up to you, and it's customizable. Now, I did have another page over here that I don't remember what it was, but basically, there you go. We're going to have something for free, silver, gold, premium, right? So I'm going to click right on silver. And what does silver do? It opens up edit access levels. If you remember, the silver plan had these courses here. So let me just do that one more time. Silver had Facebook, webinars, and SEO. So when I want to edit, this is me telling them how I want the user interface to look. I click on silver, I click on edit access levels, and it says you have Facebook, SEO, and YouTube. And guess what? There'll be a plus button right here that says add another course. If I want to add another course to silver, I click add another course. And then once I see my courses are here, there's a little button under each one of these when I navigate over it that says edit access levels. And now I click edit access level. For the silver member on the Facebook, he is entitled to getting these courses, instant drip, 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 but not these. Doesn't get these. Now, I want to go to the gold member. The gold member gets Facebook, SEO, YouTube. I'm going to click plus. And they also get webinars. So we would be on gold. I would hit plus, and now we would now see over here, we'd have webinars would also be there. Okay. And then I would hover over the webinars or the Facebook or the SEO and YouTube. It would say edit access level. Now this opens up. And for the gold, that gets these 4 courses. The webinar access levels, I can unlock every single module instantly, or say they don't get these 2 final modules because that's only for the platinum or the premium. David, did that make sense? Do you think I made that make sense for everybody?
Yes, so you made it clear, but some people got confused. So let me just explain for those that were watching what just Mike was showing. So what Mike was explaining, that what we are doing is creating courses as your product. So you will have a course, but the membership will decide what a person gets. So you create a membership and you'll put those 3 courses in there, okay? And now if you want to give, I don't know, you want to have 3 different levels. The free level, you then give them 1 course maybe. Then the silver level will get 2 courses and the gold level will have the 3 courses. So you decide within a membership the products that they will get. The products will be the actual courses. So this is basically what Mike explained. And then those courses, you can decide how you want to deliver them. Do you want to instant deliver them or drip deliver them? What we created right now and what you have available is a little bit more complex, but this is what we are actually developing right now. And it's making it super simple so that everybody can use it. And in this last page, Mike just explained how it will look like, and when you're adding the actual different courses to your membership. So that's the difference what he was showing right now.
All right, just like that.
Okay. Old man glasses. All right. So folks, I know that I went really, really quick on that, but what I want you to know, just again, in simplicity, is that when you create a membership is being created because you made an offer to somebody. And you did that offer on a webinar, on stage, in a video sales letter, or in a long form sales letter, or whatever the case may be. And you said you're going to teach them something, or you're going to give them something. And again, we're doing this in the Teachable, Thinkific, course content, LinkedIn Learning, which is now, used to be lynda.com. This is all about courses, right? And fulfilling a promise of teaching somebody something. And in order to do that, you have to create the courses. Courses are based on modules with chapters and lessons. Once you create your courses, you make an offer, and your offer is going to say, I'm going to give you this course, I'm going to give you this course, and as a bonus, I'm going to give you this course. So when you have your courses, you create the membership so that in GrooveSell, you could fulfill it. That membership is going to say, great, you have a membership. What courses out of the 17 courses in your catalog are you giving? I'm giving these 3 courses. Okay, great. How many levels do you want? I want 3 levels: gold, silver, and platinum. What's the difference? Gold only gets one of the courses. Silver only gets one of the courses. Gold gets 2. Platinum gets all 3. Okay, great. Now, let's talk about the silver. In the silver, they get this course. Which modules do they get in the course? They get all of these except for these. Great. And how do you give them? Instant or drip? That's it. Now, we're going to go over to the gold. Gold gets 2 courses. And out of these 2 courses, course number 1, which modules do they get? They get all of them. Course number 2, they get all of them except for these last 3. Okay, great. How do they get them? Instant or drip? And then you go to the final one, and it's platinum. And platinum is these 3 courses. Okay, great. And for the first course, which of the modules do they get? Every one of them. The second course, which of the modules do they get? Every one of them. Third course, which of the modules do they get? Everyone. And how do you want to release it? Let's give them instant access to all of them. And that's essentially how you're going to do it. We're going to have a nice interface that basically takes your courses, puts them into a collection that's called a membership. The membership is going to have levels like gold, free, silver, gold, platinum. And then in there, you can decide which modules, which courses they get. And which levels they get. It's going to be very, very simple when you see it, and we're going to walk you through in more of a wizard fashion, and there'll be a check mark to say that you've completed it in the dash. Let me actually show you how that's going to look. Literally right here. 1 second. My mouse wasn't moving. Literally right here, when you see my screen here, very good. What you see right here, it says membership and courses. All of these things here that says members, access levels, customize is going to actually be like this. I just made a screenshot, so just bear with me while that loads. It's going to be more like this. Okay, and you're going to see custom. This is going to say customized membership. This will be courses. This may say members, and this will say access levels, and this will say analytics, and this will say settings. And then you're going to have a check mark here, a green check mark, letting you know that you've set up the course access levels. So as opposed to having just navigation, you're going to actually see the memberships, the courses, the access levels, your customers, there's 733 customers, your analytics, and your settings are all going to be on one dashboard. And then you can't miss it. You're going to be like, oh, I need to go into and let's just have a little fun here and actually put this here so you can understand this a little bit better. I'll zoom in a little bit more. And this is going to say access levels, just like that. Okay. And this one here I can get a little lucky here. This one's going to say members. Okay. Not sure why I'm getting. There we go. This one would say members. All right. And this one would say analytics. And this one would say, I don't even know. Let's see. Access level, members, courses, customize. We'll just put settings. And when you're done with every single one of these, when you first get started, you're going to see, let's make it a little bit smaller on the canvas here. You're going to see a green check mark telling you that this has been completed. And so when you go into the access levels, it's going to be very, very simple. It's going to say create an access level. You'll call it free, gold, premium. Once you create the silver, it'll say, okay, which one of these courses do you want to put in there out of the 5? You'll say these 3. And it'll say, okay, for each one of these courses, which one of the modules are they going to have access to and not have access to? And how are you going to deliver that, drip or not? So instead of having just this, and then you having to go through here and figure this out, we're actually going to put it on a table like this with green check marks letting you know that that's been done. David, do you think I've explained that a little bit more, making them understand that how that's going to be a little bit easier?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right. So it's 12:30. We're at the halfway point. I want to just find out if we have any questions in the meantime on GrooveMember before we move over to GrooveMail.
There are people asking if they will be able to sell courses individually. The answer is a course is just a product. You'll need to sell it in a membership on how the course will be actually delivered.
Let me explain that. Yeah. So yes, you can. You sell a remember, if you sold a course, you made an offer. A membership is an offer of a collection of courses or a course. So what you would do is if you only had one course, you would create a membership. And what courses are going in there? Just this one course. Great. How many levels are there? Gold, silver, gold, and platinum. Why would you have that? Well, the silver would have access to only some of the modules. The gold would have access to most of the modules, and the platinum would have access to all of the modules. No, Mike, I want to keep it simple. I want everybody to have access to everything. Okay, great. You create a membership with that one course, and then you create an access level that's called standard. And then you give them all access instantly, and you're done. And then when you go into GrooveSell, you say, sell this membership, and that membership has that course. So I want to see some of the things that we're saying here. Martin Suarez says, 10-minute break, please. Yes, Martin, what we're going to do is we're going to play a commercial for the Lifetime in just a second. And David, I believe we have those videos. Question, we'll be able to sell the courses individually. Yes. Chatamam says, oh, that will be great, a great view. So you like that. Coach Deb says, I love the strategy of selling access levels. It gives people samples for everyone who wants something for free, then honors the folks who help build more content as VIP levels. Exactly. And one other thing there is one of the settings that we're going to have is whether or not you have a teaser to the other membership. So if you give the free people only these first 2 modules, but not the next 3, you can say tease it. And if it teases it, they'll show the modules. When they click it, it'll say you don't have access to this. Click here to upgrade. Or you could say don't tease it, and then it won't show the other modules. Elaine says, loving this. I can see all my mind maps spinning out courses and memberships. I'm glad that the feedback here is great. I know I was rushing through. The Facebook user says, I think I answered my own question. I'm good. Need coffee. Martin, somebody answering here to Martin Suarez. Yes, it's being recorded. How many memberships can be created on the platform? They are unlimited, ? Not for free. Free members only get 1 membership with 1 access level. Lifetime customers get unlimited memberships, unlimited courses,
unlimited access levels, unlimited build it out this way, this way, this way, unlimited sell to your heart's content. All right. When is the 2.0 going to be live? Literally in about 10 days. By the time the launch is over, by February 23rd, the 2.0 will be live, and probably sooner. All right. So most of the, what are portals used for? Okay. Let me get my whiteboard out here. That's a great question, and I want to go over this. All right. Let's switch our camera back over to here. Be right back. I'm going to go get my whiteboard. Most of you will never need to have this way. Most of you will never need to have portals, but I still recommend that you use them anyway. So we have to understand the hierarchy. Let's go here. There's portals, memberships, courses, and courses have modules, and modules have chapters, and chapters have lessons. Okay, that is essentially the hierarchy. Portals, memberships have courses, courses have modules, modules have chapters and lessons. Okay, now that we understand that, we also know that memberships are what? Offers. Memberships are offers. Memberships are offers, which are collections of different courses. This membership had 3 courses: SEO, funnels, and Facebook, right? That's one particular membership. Portals are a list of all of your memberships. Memberships equal offers, right? So I have, let's talk about Mike Filsaime, right? I have an offer that was called Webinar Control back in the day, right? I had an offer, let me just go back into history, right? I had an offer that was called, back with the previous company, was called Webinar Genesis. I had another offer called Traffic Genesis. I have an offer called the Fast Start Marketing Lab. I have another offer called the Best of the Groovathon. All right, and then we had another offer, right? I have another offer called Mike Filsaime's, what is it called? Bear with me just a second. I actually have it here in the membership.
Funnels Masterclass.
Funnels Masterclass by Mike Filsaime. Funnels Masterclass. All right, these are different offers that I've made over the years. All right, so basically a portal is where I get to tell my customers the Groove brand. I'm just making something up here, right? Products. Now, what did you just buy? You just bought the offer that I just made on stage. That was on traffic, right? And that included the SEO course. That included the Facebook course. That included the social media course. that included YouTube for SEO, and that included YouTube ads. So when you go to my portal, you're going to see that, but you're also going to see the Fast Start Marketing Lab with a lock over it, because you don't have access to that. You're also going to see Mike Filsame's funnels masterclass. You're also going to see webinar control, and you're also going to see let's just call it, whatever, butterfly marketing, right? You didn't buy this, but these are my products, and I didn't include any of these things in this bonus. I could have, but they kind of don't go together. So I didn't want to distract you or whatever it was. It's just that was the offer that I made. So by having a portal, I can have a link at my brand website, groovesuperstars.com, that says check out our products. And you will go here and you will see something that says members login, right? And when you log in, now you logged in and you see I have a nice red or blue. Let's just leave that blue. And let's leave all of these are in red like this. And they have a lock on them. Okay, so what are memberships? Memberships are offers. I've made an offer, and an offer is a collection of courses. So this particular offer was called, the Groove Traffic course, and that had these 5 courses in it. But I also have a Fast Start Marketing Lab, Mike Filsame's Funnels Masterclass, Webinar Control, Butterfly Marketing, blah, 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 right? So when you go in, you're like, I just made a purchase. You're going to land in my portal, which shows you everything that you could possibly get, but you only have access to this one. When you click on this or hover over it, there'll be little icons that says learn more, and you click it. It'll open up to join a webinar to learn about this. It'll go to a video sales letter for this one. It'll go to a sales page for this one. It'll go to another webinar to learn about this, or however it is that I sell it. You can link these to the sales pages where people can find out more. Or we'll give you an option where they can just click purchase. Maybe it's $47, and I get it. I'll go here, and if you remember at the beginning, we were showing you inside the membership that you can actually build a page that says, if you remember about an hour ago, it says what you'll learn in this course, why you should buy it. You can just use that as your page as well. So this is a portal. This is what portals are. Now, many of you don't have what I will refer to as a legacy products. I've been doing this since October of 2002. Right. So over the years, there's so many courses that I've created, Launch Tree with Onyx and Gal and things like that. I mean, you can imagine my legacy of products. Many of them are outdated and we don't even keep them online anymore. But as you are doing marketing for a while, you'll start to create different courses, right? A course on copywriting, a course on mindset, a course on eating right, a course on fitness, or whatever the case is. But they only bought the eating course. They didn't buy your fitness course. So when they go to the customer portal, they see the 7 ways to eat better and live longer, but it's like, oh wow, the 10-minute workout in the morning course, I want to buy that for $47 too. Does that make sense, David? Do you think I did a pretty good job there? We can move over to GrooveMail. Does that answer what portals are?
Yes, absolutely. And the next question that will be asked, it wasn't yet, but does GrooveMember version 2 have portals? And the short answer is yes. We just call them a membership site, because a membership site will hold your memberships, basically give access to the content or the membership that they purchased, and also show the other memberships that they didn't purchase. So portal or a membership site is kind of going in the same technology, same direction. We just call it a little bit different.
Actually, David, that's not the case. Okay. That's what Debarshi wanted to do as well. Which is my camera? This one? Yeah. So
you're doing changes again.
No, it was always portals, and you guys took it away. And I said, no, for the reasons that I just outlined right here, memberships are offers. Memberships are offers. Offers are a collection of products, and that's it. And as I just showed you right here, a company like ours we need a portal. We need a portal, not a membership. We'll have a membership for the Fast Start Marketing Lab. We'll have a membership for a traffic course that we might create in the future, or whatever the case is. But I want to have a portal with everything that we originally designed the portal to be, that basically shows all of the different offers that you have.
Okay, so currently we do have the membership site as portals, but that will change, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the membership is designed to look like a portal, but there's still a hierarchy that needs to go above a membership. And so memberships are collections of courses, portals are collections of memberships, and there's still a need for that.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. That leaves us an hour and 15 minutes to go over GrooveMail. So we're going to jump in now with GrooveMail. I know you guys have some questions. Don't worry. My team is going to be going through some of the questions there for you. So let's jump in. Are we ready? Let's get some music. Oh, David, while we get ready for this, let's take a break. Pull up a commercial for the Lifetime. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to play the commercial telling you that you can get access to the Lifetime membership. And we're going to be back in just a few minutes. See you real soon. Hi, my name is Mike Filsame, CEO and co-founder of Groove. We hope that you're enjoying this special Groove presentation. While we're taking our short break, now is a great time to learn more about Groove and the amazing upgrade opportunity that's ending very soon. If you're watching this on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, or you're wondering what Groove is all about, then you're going to want to head to groove.cm and grab your free account. That's groove.cm because customers matter. We have the best software on the planet for digital and e-commerce marketers, and it's absolutely free for you to get started, and there's no credit card required. If you're a little bit more advanced than a newbie, or you know that you're going to be a successful online entrepreneur one day, then you really want to consider taking advantage of our limited time upgrade. Just visit groove.cm/upgrade now to lock in this incredible upgrade. For a very limited time, you can get lifetime access. That's right, lifetime access, and unlock our entire platform, a marketing suite of powerful tools, over 17 apps in all designed to give you everything you need to be an e-commerce or digital marketer. Also, when you go to groove.cm/upgrade, there's a video there that explains everything. But here's the important thing. Right now, you can get lifetime access to this incredible suite of tools for just a one-time price of $19.97, and you'll never have to pay us anything again, ever, period. You can even break those payments up to 2 payments of just $19.99 or 3 payments of just $6.99. That's right, just $699 unlocks your lifetime account today. If you add up all of the tools in Groove, a website builder, a landing page and funnel builder, a shopping cart, affiliate management, an e-commerce store, email marketing, membership sites, a blogging platform built for SEO, professional video hosting, social proof widgets, webinars, streaming, videos, and so much more. With the other guys, you're paying over $3,500 per month, or $25,000 to $35,000 per year, each and every year, to run your business. And those other complicated platforms don't do half of what Groove does. But what if you could pay $19.97 one time and never have to pay anything ever again? And what if all of those tools were better, more powerful, easier to use than anything else out there? All while integrated to work with each other, all in one dashboard. Of course, you would say, where do I sign? But now I have to mention, you need to do this right now, today, because this lifetime offer for $19.97 is expiring, and it expires very soon. In fact, to see how much time is left, and if there's still time, please go to groove.cm/upgrade or log into the app and click the pink upgrade button in the top right corner. You see, when this lifetime offer expires, the new price will be $299 per month, each and every month, for fewer features than what you can get right now for just $19.97. You don't want to miss out on this literal deal of a lifetime. Upgrade to the Lifetime Platinum deal now. So do this now. Visit groove.cm/upgrade and lock in the lowest price we've ever offered. Those of you that pass on this lifetime offer today will be paying as much as $299 per month. Don't let that be you. Get this lifetime deal for a one-time payment of just $19.97, and you'll never have to pay us anything again, ever, period. And remember, you can even break the payments up into just 2 payments of $9.99 or just 3 payments of $699. So visit groove.cm/upgrade or just log into your account and click on the pink button in the top right corner that says upgrade. Again, groove.cm/upgrade. So go ahead, do that now. Visit groove.cm/upgrade. And now, back to the show. All right, everybody. And we are back. Excited. We're going to learn now about GrooveMember, GrooveMail. We've just done GrooveMember. And remember, if you're going to be joining us tomorrow is part 2 of GrooveSell and then GrooveCart. And then remember, go to groovejv.com to support us for the launch. All right, let's jump in here and share my screen. There we go. And we're going to jump into GrooveMail. All right. What essentially is GrooveMail? Let's change cameras here for us. All right. GrooveMail is, doing email marketing has been around for since I got in the business. It was just actually becoming a thing when I got in the business. Actually, when I got in the business, the word spam was out there, but it wasn't illegal. They didn't come out with the Can Spam Act, I think, until 2005 or 2004. I got started in October of 2002, which meant that there was no laws against spamming, but internet service providers would shut you down. But there wasn't a software that you could log in to send email. What you actually did is you were buying desktop software and then loading them up with CSV files and mailing from your actual IP address, like real mail, just from your Outlook, and just putting it out there. And that's where the original spam started from, is people found out they could automate sending emails, and then the internet service providers, and then it became a very, very mature type of product. But when I first got started, just if you haven't ever wondered why you hear the term autoresponder, think about that. Think about that. Why is it that we call a follow-up sequence my autoresponder sequence? Where did that actually come from? What's the etymology of the word autoresponder? Well, it's very simple. The way that it used to work was inside of your mail platform, in your hosting panel, your WHM, there was something called like a vacation responder. You would be able to go in and say, I'm on vacation, right? You're familiar with that? And when somebody would email you, it would auto respond and say, I'm sorry, I'm on vacation. So that was an autoresponder. So people found out that they could hack that and do not only an autoresponder, but they created software that went into the hosting panel and did a day 1, day 2, day 3. This is the history of this stuff. And guess how you opted into an email list? If this was 2002, I would say this: if you want to get access to my free report, do me a favor, just send an email to freereport@mikefilsame.com, and I'll respond with a free report. So there were no opt-in forms. There were no places for you to enter your name and email address that sent it to a place like Aweber. Some of you might be laughing, going, oh my God, one or two things. I remember having to do that. Or two, wow, I remember, I've been around for a long time. I actually remember that's how I used to get people to subscribe. I used to tell people, send an email to. Over the years, companies like Aweber, first it was Auto Response Plus, and they even have the word auto response in their name. Aweber, the A stands for autoresponder on the web. AWeber, if you're wondering why it's AWeber, it was autoresponder on the web. So AWeber, get response, autoresponder, response, get response, right? We were so hooked into this word autoresponder that's where those names came in. Then, of course, it matured to companies like MailChimp, etc. Now, those are what I would call basic emailing companies. But then there's called marketing automation. And we're going to give credit to where credit is due. The people that really invented behavioral-based marketing, meaning if this event happens, then send this sequence. And if this event happens, send this sequence. Or otherwise, send this sequence. And we got to give credit to where credit is due, and that's Confusion. Oh, did I just do that? I mean Infusionsoft. Backhanded compliment. Infusionsoft, now Keep, are the people that came out with behavioral-based marketing. And then they got one-upped by another company, very, very good company, extremely expensive company called Active Campaign. Now, think about that name. I love that name, Active Campaign. They went away from the idea of autoresponders, right? My 7-day follow-up sequence. Day 1, eat right. Day 2, exercise, et cetera, et cetera. Active Campaign said, yeah, there's a place for a 7-day follow-up sequence, but we've got to get away from the autoresponder follow-up series mentality. And we got to work holistically with the entire CRM of a lead generation funnel and understand where is the customer in the funnel and what is their thought process. And based on their actions or inactions, we're going to follow up with this particular sequence until they raise their hand and say, now move me to this path. So look at the name. That's a campaign that is active. Another name for the company could have been called Dynamic Campaign, right? Think of it in terms of biology, right? It's active. It's a living, breathing campaign. So that is what GrooveMail is all about. GrooveMail comes from that lineage of starting from first having a follow-up sequence to Infusionsoft and then Active Campaign. But the thing is with Active Campaign is it's not native, so you have to integrate it, and it's extremely expensive. Would it be fair to say that GrooveMail modeled itself after Active Campaign? I think so, because the truth is GrooveMail modeled itself after KartraMail, which was my previous company, and then we leveled the game up on there even more, which we're going to show you. Having said that, KartraMail, when we were there, we based that on Active Campaign. They were the leader. Now, here's some of the important things that we want to let you know that you can do with GrooveMail. Number 1, you can send out emails. We're going to talk about how, but you can also send out throughout any campaign. So the campaigns go this way. You can either do a broadcast, mean I want to select all of these people right now and just send them this message. Kind of like, hey, we're going live on the Groovathon. But in marketing automation, we call those sequences. Broadcast, it's I wake up, I want to send you a message. Sequences is something I set up, and it says when somebody goes through my funnel and arrives at this section, send out this message or these set of messages. Either one of those, you can send out email. Yay. All right. You can also send out text messages. You simply go into our integrations and you integrate with Twilio SendGrid. Twilio bought out SendGrid. It's called Twilio SendGrid. And you set up an API with them. You put a credit card on file. I don't know the prices. Maybe somebody can get it for me, but I will tell you it's something like this. It might be, 0.3 cents a text message, right? So it's 3 cents for every 10 text messages, 30 cents for 100, $3 to send 1,000 text messages. I could be off by a comma or a zero there, but essentially it's extremely cheap and it's one of the most effective forms of marketing. But with Twilio, you can also record an MP3 file. Let me record one for you right now. Hi, this is Mike Filsame. I'm calling you today to let you know that we are launching Groove this Friday, and it's expiring on February 22nd. I know you may be busy, but this is the best opportunity to promote Groove because the lifetime offer is ending. So go to groovejv.com and get your affiliate links. And if you have any more questions, just hit our support link at groovejv.com. I recorded that message. And now I go into Groove And I'll show you in a minute. I go to my list, and what do I have? I have prospects, customers, lifetime customers, Fast Start Marketing Lab customers, Mike Funnels Masterclass customers, and I have affiliates. Oh, tag, click affiliates, send out this message. How? Email, text, voice, or what's coming soon, stay tuned. And I'm going to do a text message to all of these people that have their phone number on file. What I want to do, upload, not a text message, a voice blast. I want to upload this video message with Twilio. And all of a sudden, excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Hi, this is Mike Filsame. I wanted to let you know. And as soon as they say hello or an answer machine picks up, it leaves a message for them. Could you imagine how you can do that, folks? Somebody buys a product, you delay that for 1 hour, and you send a message. And now here's another thing that you can do. You can detect an answering machine. And so you could have one message that you know is they're answering it. Hi, this is Mike Filsame. I recorded this message and you're transparent about it. But what if you do another message that is optimized for Twilio recognizing an answering machine? So when an answering machine picks up, you leave this message. Hi, it's Mike Filsame. I see that I missed you. But anyway, I wanted to thank you so much for becoming a Platinum Lifetime member of Groove. We noticed that you just purchased, and I wanted to call you and leave you a personal message. If you have any questions for me, you can reach me in our Facebook group at Facebook group URL and just send me a private message. Or you might want to reach me at mike@groovedigital.com. Anyway, I wanted to thank you so much for being a member, and make sure to check out our community. You're starting to see the power of getting beyond just email. You can do text and you can do voice. And let me see what time it is. We've got an hour. But there's one more thing that I want to let you know that we are rolling out in Q1. Ready? Let's do it. Let's get ourselves a little drum roll. All right. We are coming out with direct mail as a fourth option to send a message. Email, text, voicemail, voice recording when they answer, or mail with dynamic tag insertion, meaning you will be able to write a letter and put first name, last name, email, address, phone number, the product they purchased anywhere in the letter. Hi, first name. I'm sending this to you because you purchased insert product name. Now, you can do a postcard like this, and you can do a postcard like this, or you can do a direct mail piece that goes into an envelope, and we will mail it. Now, one of the things with the postcard is we actually will have Canva templates that you can just start with, and we block out the areas where you can't print because we have to put the postage stuff there. But you can go in, change the picture in Canva with the template, whatever it is, to you pointing like this on the postcard, or read right here, whatever that might be, or one of these things like, look at this special, right? And you can send out postcards to people that go any point through your funnel. When this happens, instead of sending an email, send an email and a postcard and a text and a phone recording. This is marketing automation. This is known as behavioral-based segmentation and marketing. So an example of what could happen, why I might want to have 3 different types of campaigns go out. One is you register for my webinar. What am I going to do? I'm going to give you what is known as an indoctrination sequence. These are emails and videos getting you, we call it, putting salt in the mouth, right? Getting them all salted up and savory to actually get on the webinar. You have to salt the campaign, we call it. It's an indoctrination sequence. Now, if I'm doing an automated webinar, well, I might have like a 5-day follow-up, but you might have chosen the webinar for 2 days. So I need to know, stop sending the webinar when they attend, stop sending the follow-up messages for indoctrination once they attend the webinar. I'll give you another example. I noticed that you're on the webinar, but you left before we have a little automation that says, if the user doesn't see the offer, which comes at 1 hour and 13 minutes, then send them this campaign. Well, I'll give you another one. Watch this. The webinar went off and you didn't show up. All right, that's a behavior. It's a behavior that didn't happen. So I'm going to send out an email that says, hey, first name, we noticed you didn't attend the webinar. Now I got to give you options. You can re-register. We have an on-demand. We have an encore. We have a replay page. Or here's a sales letter or a video that you can just watch right now. And remember, I can do that with a text message or a voicemail as well. Then, if they did show up, but they left early, I could send another message, right? Because this was a behavior. They left. That was the behavior that says, hey, I noticed you came on, but as we all have busy lives, something came up and you needed to leave. I'm sure you wanted to know how this ended. What we've done is we put the webinar replay here so you could go here and watch the end of the replay. Great. Fantastic. Here's another one. I know that you were on the webinar. I know that you stayed till the end and you didn't buy. Well, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, thanks for joining us on the webinar. We have a question. Was there any particular reason why you didn't purchase? Maybe it was because the price of $19.97 was too much. How about if I break that up for you? Here's 2 payments or 3 payments. Here's something that wasn't offered. Here's a 12 payment plan. Here's a $1 trial. Here's whatever the case may be. And here's some additional FAQs that we didn't get to on the webinar. And you put that in writing or a video. And what's another thing that could happen? Another thing that could happen is you can they bought the product on the webinar, and now you want to do what's known as a stick strategy sequence. 1, you give them a phone call. 2, you let them know that they get a bonus that gets unlocked in 31 days. And and so now you send them a video that says, hey, we have an unadvertised bonus for you just for buying. We gave you this, this, and this. But if you are interested in YouTube advertising and YouTube SEO, well, we have good news for you. For our members that decide not to take the refund and they want to stick with us through this, we're going to give you this bonus. After 31 days, just log into the membership and you're going to see that access is going to be revealed to you, right? So I wanted to give you an example of what happens. People register. They need to get indoctrinated. They show, they don't show, they leave early, they don't buy, or they buy and they need a replay, or they need a stick strategy. So all of these things need to be built out in what's known as a sequence. So now I hope you understand better the difference between just a 7-day follow-up series for how to get 6-pack abs as to actually doing some marketing automation in your business. Let's jump on in here. We'll share my screen. All right. David, what do you think, buddy? You think that was a good explanation, a good understanding, getting people to understand?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have currently broadcast sequences. More is coming, as Mike explained, and it's just going to keep growing from there. So this is just the start, and we already have all of this stuff already.
Absolutely right. Thank you, Martin. Fine focus. Can we do trial period? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to show you that tomorrow in Groove Sell, how you can do dollar trials and things like that. All right. How are you able to support unlimited? So people are asking, how can we do the lifetime? Well, at the rate that people are buying lifetime, folks, that's created us with GroovePay, a $35 million a year company. So you guys helped us build the platform and be profitable and build the best team and best staff with that, and given us a surplus. So it's very affordable for us to, believe it or not, to run the entire servers of our company is less than $9,000 a month. So don't worry about that. And if you're wondering how we're going to be able to service you forever, we're going to service you forever for all the people that are going to be joining on February 23rd and through the rest of history that are going to pay us $299 a month. Those people are going to subsidize for you. So don't you worry. All right, back to the screen here. We are at the main dashboard now. Let's hit the plus button here. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, we're at the main dashboard. And remember, as we said, you could always navigate to all the apps over here. You can navigate to all of the apps just by hovering here. And we have our most popular apps going across here. So we're going to click on GrooveMail right now. And we're going to go through the left side menu on the tooltips, and then we're going to deep dive. All right. On the left side, no matter where you are, if you want to come back to this dashboard, you simply click on the home button, and that brings you back to the home of GrooveMail. Contacts is where you can see all. Oh, I hope demo mode works for this. I'm going to have to hit the back button real quick.
We don't have a demo mode, Mike.
Well, all right. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to just click the back button here and pretend that we were looking at that. Let me click on suppression list. And so like, oof, have it imported. Are they all showing contacts here? All right. So what I'm going to do is, bear with me just a second, folks. Bum, bum, bum. This is the stuff that sucks. If you could let Unroop know to put that demo mode on for GrooveMail as well.
I'll ask him to do it globally for every app.
Yes, thank you. All right, guys. So your contacts section over here, your contacts are where your leads go, right? But we like to use the word contacts because what's the difference between a lead? A lead is, like you heard the term, right? I got a lead, right? It doesn't mean that they're a customer or anything. A contact is literally, it could be anything. It could be a cart abandonment. It could be somebody in GrooveMember, somebody in GrooveCart. It could be an opt-in or a webinar registration or somebody that filled out a survey or a customer. That's a contact. Now, you can see your imported contacts here, and there's a suppression list. Suppression lists are very, very good. But essentially what that simply means is you may get, sometimes you're working with, like I know when we worked with Rich Sheffrin with Agora Publishing, they had a suppression list that people said no longer contact us. And they didn't even want, when their affiliates promoted the launch, for affiliates to contact them. So they gave us a suppression list, and then we could upload that. And then when we do an email, we say send to all these people unless they're on drop down this particular suppression list. And that's what a suppression list. All right, moving on here, we have lists, okay? And lists are basically, I think you get it, right? It is a category, it's not a category, it's a label that you're gonna put on a list. This list is my affiliates. This list is, and this is old school. This goes back to Aweber and GetResponse. It's really graduated beyond list because Infusionsoft introduced tags where you just had a contact and you could have multiple tags. They're a customer, but they're also an affiliate, and you tag them. And then, so we do both. We allow you to have lists because some people like me, I like to have different lists. Like, you know, let's just see what we have here. I have GrooveCon buyers, all of these different things here. Some of these, you know, we're testing out. They have low numbers on here or whatever the case might be. Here's a default list, right? That's probably what we mail to, 360,000 users there after that's all cleaned up. GrooveCon live attendees. I think you get it, right? I want to create a list. Now, creating a tag is a little bit different. When you go to tags, the way a tag works is you can create categories. So you can have categories for tags, and then you can have subcategories or tags inside of the categories. But essentially, a tag is a way to tag a prospect. I like to say for a temporary purpose in some cases. So what that means, it's why do we use the word tag? Why? Let's talk about that. Why is that tag? It's almost you went by tag. I tagged you. You're in. Tag you, you're out. I tag you in and I tag you out. So what I like about tags is I want you to look at it as a temporary tag. Bing, we put a little highlight on you and you're spotlighted temporarily. Now you could leave a tag for somebody forever, like an affiliate, right? That's no problem as well. I'm just giving you conceptually. What we like to do is say to you that you want to put somebody in a sequence in a webinar that says they just registered. So the tag is registered. But you now, if they show up, I tag them as showed up. I might create a tag called show, right? And I have another tag called different show, didn't show. And now I have a tag called saw offer or purchase. And remember, when I'm creating my automation, I can now simply do this by saying, send this email to anyone that has this tag, didn't show. Great. Send them to the sequence that says, hey, we noticed you didn't show up to the webinar. Would you like to re-register or see an encore? Now, send this sequence to the people that did show, or did show but didn't buy, or did show but did buy, or just did buy, whatever the case is. And then the other thing that you can do is you can remove tags and say when somebody buys a product, remove the tag that says follow up because they don't need to continue to buy to get emails about buying your product. So you simply just remove the tag and they're dropped out of the follow-up sequence, or many different combinations. There's many ways to skin a cat here. Categories right here. This is something I know that so David, categories are let me see, are those is that
these are tag
categories? Right, exactly. Because here's what's going to happen, guys. You're going to have way too many tags, and it's going to get so complicated that you want to kind of focus your tags into this. So I would probably have tags called customers, cart abandons, not tags, categories, customers, cart abandons, webinars, GrooveCon attendees, and different things like that. And then inside of GrooveCon attendees, I could tag somebody as virtual or live event, and I could tag them as didn't show up or did show up to the live event, and etc. But if you don't have categories, then you're going to have show, right? Well, I already have a show that I use for webinars, right? So I want a category for GrooveCon show, didn't show. Webinar, this particular webinar show didn't show, okay? So that's why you want to create categories. It's the same thing in Groove Video, right? To give you an example that might make a little bit more sense. Let's go to Groove Video and you'll see. And I'm even a big fan of even having subcategories. But in Groove Video, you're going to notice that all of these videos here in our library can get very, very monotonous. If I'm trying to look for a video, I mean, our company is loading videos all the time, and I'm looking for the one for our affiliates so I'm going to look here, and I just want the videos that are related to Groove JV. So I click on Groove JV, and now I have, okay, here are the 8 videos that we've ever put up at groovejv.com using Groove Video. If I want to add another one, I add a video, and I add it into what category? Groove JV or Groove Academy or the Fast Start Marketing Lab. It's just a way to create a category so that you can organize things. You would do the same exact thing for tags. You want to put them into a category. Otherwise, you're going to have, it's going to constantly tell you this tag is in use. This tag is in use. All right. Now, segments is one of the most important things here. I want to tell you something. We've done this right out of the gate. I want to tell you, Kartra did it wrong, and many of the other CRMs that went out there did it wrong. When you use the includes and doesn't include. It's the problem with the and the or. Essentially, if I got people into a room, I could get you to argue. I would say, what would happen if you want to send to these people, anyone that is a lifetime member and anyone that went to GrooveCon, or and I'm thinking of something that'll make sense here, or anyone that is a member of the Fast Start Marketing Lab. So here's the thing. Let me draw this out for you here. Let's go take out this. There we go. Okay. So what did I just do? I said that I want to send to these, send to the following people. I want to send to people that are lifetime, and I want to send to people that went to GrooveCon, or people that purchased the Fast Start Marketing Lab. Now, if I were to ask you this, by the way, the reason why I'm doing this is to let you know, this is how Kartra does it. This is how Kartra does it. And I got to tell you, me and Donna, when we do this, we argue, and then we're both wrong. And then we look at Kartra and go, what in the world is going on? Because Donna is saying, no, wait a second, Mike. You're saying send to people that are on, that have to be on, both of these lists. So if they're not on this or not on this, and I'm like, no, it's this one plus this one. And then Donna's like, no, Mike, you said this one and this one. So you're saying they need to be on both of these. And I'm like, but is that what Kartra is saying? And she'll say, I think so. And then we find out it's one or the other. And then we throw in this little thing here, or the way Kartra does it. In fact, I'm getting confused. And this is why we did it different. I'm showing you this. The or is saying that some people will say that they're either on this list or this list. And many of you here will argue and you say, Mike, I know Boolean theory and stuff like that. When you actually do this as a programmer, you're saying that if they have to be on, it's this one or whatever the case is. And the bottom line is, when you start trying to drill this out in Kartra, you're going to find out that you're trying to create an exclusion list and not include these things. And we've done it perfect. So if I've confused you, great. That's how everybody else does it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back to, let's see, this camera here, and we're going to put my screen back in, and I'm going to show you how segments work. All right. Segments work like this. I'm going to create a new segment, and we're going to call this GAT, Groovathon. I'm going to create a segment. All right. Now, instead of saying I want to send to these people, I'm saying I want to create an include list that says if anybody on this or this list or this list or this list or this list and or, right? And then no matter what, and this is what the other people don't do. Like, this is what Kartra doesn't do. They have an and and an or, but they don't have an exclude. An and and or will make your brain completely pop. We say like this: I want to send to anybody that has the tag, right? Hello world. This is the category, the tag category. And the tag was support, right? I'm going to hit plus. I also want to send to anybody that has filled out a form, let's see, called the Groove JV Affiliates Opt-in Update. Let's add that little one there, okay? I want to now also send to anyone that has an IP, clicked a link, or opened a broadcast. But let's just keep this simple. Is subscribe to the list, webinar registration. Great. Now, I'm going to send to these people, these people, these people. And now what I want to do here is I want to click on the exclude. Now, here's the thing. If for any reason there's anyone that attended GrooveCon, right? So I'm just going to go to this list here, and I'm going to choose the list GrooveCon attendees, and I'm going to click plus. What it's going to do is it's going to find everybody that's in this scenario and add them up together as an aggregate, and it's going to exclude anyone that attended GrooveCon for any reason, whatever. In this particular scenario, I don't want them to get this because maybe I'm sending this only to people that signed up for GrooveCon to watch it virtual, right? And this is a particular segment that I'm creating, right? And I might call this virtual, right? Did I even give it a name? I forget. Yeah, I gave it a name before. I called it GAT, but let's just rename it, right? Let's call this GrooveCon Virtual, right? And so now I have a segment of people that fall under a certain thing. They attended GrooveCon Virtual, and they're also my affiliate. And I've created a segment. And so segments, here's the thing about a segment. It's constantly changing as things happen. So if somebody does become an affiliate and they attended GrooveCon Virtual and and they become an affiliate at a later date, they get added to this segment. It's a living, breathing thing. It's not a fixed list, right? If I have my lists are fixed until I add more people to that list via opt-in. A segment happens automatically based on conditions. When people land on all of those conditions, they become a segment. All right. So the important thing about segments is it's not just a list, it's conditions. It's anyone that falls under this condition, is a member of GrooveMember, has completed the course, and also is a member of this other course. Well, great. Then this we're going to call the super engaged user. They purchased all three of our courses and they completed all three of our course. Great. I'll create a segment called super engaged. And what am I going to do? I'm going to send an email out to them saying, hey, contact us. You want an award, right? Because we want to reward you for being an engaged user. I'm just coming up with some, random examples out of my head. That isn't something that you would do in a list. A list is literally, these are my buyers that I imported from Aweber, right? That's just my list of buyers, Aweber. A segment is a condition on different lists and different tags based on where they currently are. And they could do something that pops them out of a list, out of a segment, okay? When you're in a list, you never leave the list. You can unsubscribe. But when you're in a segment, you could do something that removes a tag, which removes you from that segment. I hope that's all making sense for you. Segments are powerful because they create dynamic situations that can allow you to mail to people that are in a different segment, but people leave a segment and they come into a segment in and out, like an electron, going through a quantum state. It's not always in the same place. A list, yeah, you're in that list. All right. Thumbs up there. Does that all make sense? All right. Good. All righty. Let's move on now to the next segment here. This is broadcast. David loves my little, he's a little smiling because I'm a little kid here with my little stuff, right? All right. Broadcast. What is a broadcast? Broadcast allows you to instantly send a message to anyone with in a list, in a tag, or in a segment. That's simple. And what do you want to do? Do you want to send them an SMS, text? Do you want to send them a voice broadcast? You have to connect with Twilio. Do you want to just send them an email? Or what we're doing, as we said, coming out later this quarter, do you want to send them a postcard? Great. Let's just send them an email. So what we're going to do is we're going to click new broadcast, but give me just a second here, guys. I'm going to show you into the test mail server. David, when is this going live?
As soon as it has been fixed properly, we have found some small tweaks that need to be done, and then it's going live. But yeah, you guys are going to like what we have for you.
Do you know when this is, David? Is it first quarter?
So no, this is Q1 for sure, within the next week or two.
Oh, okay. Before the launch ends. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And Mike's gone.
I'm back.
And Mike's back.
The air conditioning is so cold in here. I'm freezing my groovy buns off here. All right. Yeah. So what I want to, we're in the test mail server. So we're going to go into GrooveMail. Now, I just want to let you know, folks, don't worry. If you want to send a broadcast now, right? You can do that. The only thing is the email broadcast looks like this. I have to choose recipients. So let me just choose, you see belong to segment, list, or tag. So let's just do a segment, that we just created. Oh, yes, I can do that. GrooveCon virtual, right? And now, there's no people in there. Nobody qualified for that. Let's just say anybody on the list called affiliate updates. There's nobody on that list. Okay, we're going to click next here. And so you can still send email right now. What I wanted to show you is we have a new email builder that's a lot more exciting than just basically writing a Gmail, right? We have bold. This is like, being in Gmail, bold, add an image, but watch what we're going to show you now. That's essentially what I wanted to show you. So let's get out of here, confirm. And now this
just
is
to
new
confirm, everybody that wrote emails already with this Gmail type style builder or email writer will be able to do that still, but we added on top of that a little bit more.
All right. So if you notice here, when I clicked new broadcast, I can create an SMS as well and all that stuff. So we're going to create new broadcast. Now we're going to give this a name. I'm just going to call this GAT test. Broadcast tags. I can add tags even to the broadcast. So later I can say anybody that has the tag of this broadcast, and it's just the more tag options we give you to segment, the better. But normally you won't even be using it. So let's do now is subscribe to the list, the test list here. This is the test server. All right. So this is where we do our testing. So this is what you guys are going to be seeing if you're noticing this beautiful new interfaces. Also, David, we didn't show that yesterday. Remind me tomorrow to show the new interface for GrooveCell tomorrow that we're going to be releasing. Select a sender, right? We don't have any senders, so I have to create one. Ooh, this is terrible that I have to do that. Do I actually have to do that? Is it going to give me an error, David, if I don't do that?
So did you log in with your own account on the test server?
Yeah. But I think I might be able to see the email builder. Don't worry. I'll be able to see the email builder without going. So I'm going to give it a subject line. The subject line is the 10 best reasons to upgrade to Groove. Right. Now, what is the preview snippet? I want you to know that the preview snippet, I want you to look at it like this. This is the hijack of the email in the person's inbox. When the person is looking in the inbox, they see subject, and then they see a snippet of what's to come. Now, you might write an email that starts like this. And let me just do this right here. Recently, I was in Orlando at Epcot for New Year's Eve with some friends. All right. When somebody's looking in their inbox and they're going through, they're going to see the 10 best reasons to upgrade to Groove. And then I've got some story to tell you that what a lesson that I learned in Epcot. This may not be something that's going to get people to click. I want to hijack this in their inbox. So I'm going to use the snippet preview to hijack this. So I'm going to say this, the 10 best reasons to upgrade to Groove and why not upgrading can have dire consequences, right? And I could even make that even longer. Okay, because the subject line is one thing, but the preview has room for even more text. So I want you to also consider this an extension of your subject line. So you don't have to have dots in the subject because you tried to put all of this into one subject line. So now what the person's going to see in their email is they're going to see the 10 best reasons to upgrade to Groove, and it's going to look like the email starts with this. And why not upgrading will have dire consequences. When they open the email, they'll never see this. Okay. So this is the basic email builder that you have access to right now. This one right here, fetch HTML code from some source. That was written by a coder from some source and paste its body content here. David, if we could change that to third-party source. Okay. Hey, the coders try, right? All right, let me explain to you what that is when you do this here. That means that you can go to befree.io. How much does it cost? Well, they're called Be Free. Well, how much does it cost? Well, they're called Be Free. So they're free and they do have an upgraded. So I'm going to log into my Be Free account here because Be Free's and they're awesome, and they're literally like a template company for email. So I'm going to try to log in here. I think it's a Groove Card email I have for this. It's been so long since I had this account. Let's see, Be Free. Yeah, Groove Card. Now, the reason why we created this second option here of HTML content is some of you may want to go into your Be Free account and let's see, 1124 or 1230. Okay, so you may go into here, and like I said, Be Free is free, but they also have a pro version. So like Canva, right? I'm a pro. I don't know how much it costs. It's cheap. So what I can do here is I can look at this email like this, and if I like Be Free and I want this to be where I build my emails. Okay, great. So no problem. Our new builder is very, very similar to this. But this builder, if you like it and you go in here, kind of like Groove Pages, right? And you change the button to get started, right? And you want to change the text to lifetime access. Get lifetime, you get it. I'm not going to go into this. It's kind of like a Groove Pages for an email builder, right? You get it? When I'm done, I hit, it's automatically saved. So I hit exit. And now I go over to this email and I click export. And I say, copy the HTML. And I copy the code. And now I can go to my broadcast and I can paste that here. And it's going to send that email. Nice and simple, folks. That's it. All I wanted to let you know is that you couldn't do that before. And a lot of people were saying, how can I use third-party services and I want to build my emails there because they're killer. And I have to admit, folks, they're killer. They have templates for everything you could imagine. They have templates for lost password, e-commerce. Heck, why not? If you want to use it, use it. It's not going to bother us. And in there, you could also do this.
You can click back to the basic email editor then, Mike, and then you would see it.
Yes. Okay, great. I want to just show here that you can still do these things as well. Just letting the page load there. You can do this in the email. Hi, first name, or whatever our tag is. However we do our tags, but let's assume that's what the first name tag looked like. And then that would go out. All right. So that's how you would bring that in. Now, David is saying that what I can do now is I go back to here and my email will show. Oh, look at that. See that? That's how you paste your HTML. And then I could even go in here and type hi first name. Or I could even do this. Let's just do it the right way. Boom. Ha! Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Folks, isn't that awesome? So yeah, Groove is what I'm going to show you now is our email builder, but I'm not going to stand here and try to hide from BeFree. They're a free company with killer friggin' templates. And if they cost, I don't know, $19 a month to have access to their entire library, it's your choice. I'm a customer. So just want to let you know. Now, let's look at our email builder that's coming. All right. That's here. Are you sure you're going to lose all this content? Yes, because I'm going to compose with our email builder. All right. Now, we have global templates, which you're going to find different templates here that we're going to have for you that we just haven't built them out yet because the build is not complete. You can have your favorite templates and past templates or emails that you've previously sent. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click start from scratch. Okay. And if this looks familiar, it's because it's the same thing that you saw in GrooveMember and some of the stuff that we showed you that's coming soon for like the checkout builder. Now, you can have your content limited with or full with. Which one do you think you want to do? 100% you want to do limited with. Now, David, I don't see it and it may be coming. Can you do me a favor? Can you put a little settings icon here that lets me fix the width to 300 pixels, 500, 1,000 pixels, right? So let's take a look at the difference between full width and limited width. When we go and we put in an element here of a paragraph, this is how we want the email to look, right? Just like this, okay? If I go back now and I go to full width, if a person has a big computer, you know how computer screens are getting so wide right now, these curvy wide screens, they're going to be looking at your email, reading it on their wide screen like this. Your entire email is going to be on one line. Recently, I went to Epcot, and while in Orlando, I realized while standing on, like, your entire email is going to go full width. You don't want that. I highly recommend, as a direct response copywriter, to keep your emails condensed. In my opinion, this is even too wide. That's why I'm asking David to make this wider. I would probably not go past this right here. Maybe this. Tight emails. I'm giving you an email marketing course right now. I shouldn't be, but essentially that's what I want you to know. The tighter the email, the better. And I don't like more than 3 to 5 lines per paragraph. Me and Frank Kern, we're the white space kings, ... ellipse, white space, and then we realize end space. And I like to keep a lot of white space. I don't like text heavy stuff like this. Okay. So let's look at it also left or center. This is a personal preference. I can't stand centered emails in my inbox. They just look very weird to me. Why? Why is that? they look corporate. Nobody sends an email. When I send an email to my friends, it's never centered. That's just too corporate-y. If you want that corporate look, I'd recommend going centered. If you want that Frank Kern look, which will convert better, you want to have hi. And David, how do I insert the tags over here? Or we don't have that yet. That's coming.
You just put an @ sign, I believe.
Okay. Hi, first name, right? And we probably need something that lets them know that. Recently, blah, 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 right? Recently, while in Orlando, sorry guys, I have this big microphone right in front of my face as well, and I can't see my keyboard, and I'm talking and typing. But I would now write my email out just like this. Here's another thing I want you to know, folks. Never hit a shift return in an email. You're going to look terrible on phones. Just let everything wrap and tighten up your margins here if you want. It looks like, David, I could probably do that a little bit here by making the margins a little bit tighter here, I'm sure. So let me just get some lorem ipsum and see.
Yeah, so adding some paddings would help. But we will definitely add the width management options. Yeah.
Yeah, for global, yeah, for the entire thing. So let's just do this. Just so I can get my text in here. I want to see what happens when I do this. Yeah, I selected this margin here because I wanted it to be a little bit tighter. So let's update and see what happens here. That really didn't get that much tighter, David. So we're going to have to be able to, I don't know if you saw that. We're going to need more than 100. It's you might want to be able to get a little tighter than that for whatever reason. Okay. So folks, what we're doing is we're building out our email. Now, what I want to let you know is you noticed here that we can hit plus and we can add anything. I can add a layout. What do I want? I want a 2-column layout. Great. And then over here, I might want to add an element for images, right? And what just happened there? Do we not have the, let me just see here.
So the fixes that we requested is that in the sidebar, when you select an image element, for example, the image is not on the top. So things like this will be fixed. So if you add an image element, there will be a choose image, but in the middle of the sidebar, you see?
Oh.
And then at the bottom, there is an update button you need to click. So it's just a couple of fixes still to have.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, so we're gonna make that look a little bit easier there, right? And I want to keep the image centered to the left. Action URL. David, we need to get rid of this, making it mandatory. It should not be mandatory. I may just want to have an image in my email. Okay, and there's my image. Okay, I want to add, and look at this, guys. I can also take any segment and move it up or down, just like that. Okay, I just move that section up, or I can drag it. I can grab the drag handles here, and I can move them up and down, just like that. Now, also, there's a little plus button. Let me see what that is here. Oh, what is that? It's just going to do, it's going to insert one above this section or below, right? Is that what that is, David? Let's see. Let's add a video. And now it's asking me for a YouTube video URL. Let's get one. GrooveDigital.com/Groovathon. There. Oh, look at this. Digital.com/Groovathon. All right. We're going to grab. And what does it want, David? The whole URL? Oh, look at this. Digital.com.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So I'll take the whole URL. And let's see. Video URL. And action. So I think it's just going to take a screenshot of the actual video. End action URL. Need a little bit of help here for end action, because you're not watching a video on YouTube, David. There is no end action, right? You cannot, it's physically impossible technology to have a video inside of an email. So it will just get the screenshot of the video. So add URL to redirect on click. Oh, why did I see end action? My brain is just reading things. Action URL. We should call that call to action or CTA. There you go. Look at that. It brings in the YouTube video. When they click it, it'll actually go to a web page, because you cannot play a video in an email. And so this is our email builder, folks. It's going to allow you to just keep adding content like this, and you'll do layouts and elements, and you just keep adding different things like heading with a paragraph, a heading, an image, a round image, a video. If I want to put a button in here, I can now choose my button background color, black. And
this is a section color. The background section background color I also requested that to be added. So there is a button color and button text color.
Oh, I see.
You need
Got
to
it.
change.
Yep. Yeah. That we got to get rid of all that and put that at the bottom and let all the heroes be at the top. Yeah. Thank you, David. And yeah, that's why, folks, this is all being worked on. But as you can see, we're going to continue to improve this. But it will just allow you to, let's see, did I add my button? Oh, button link, http://groove.cm. All right, that was the error there. All right, this stuff needs a little bit of work, David. Obviously, we know, right? And you saw me change the background color before to black by accident. I think that was here. So we're just gonna clear that out and put that back to white. All right. And there we go. So there's my click me. Also, I don't know if you notice in the button, I could make the button full width, right? So there we go. And we'll give you choices to, add sizes to buttons. And so David, here's the thing that I wanted to do. What if I wanted to put an image here? This is my question. What if I want to, and David, could you add some padding underneath the plus button?
Yeah.
Like it's literally sticking to the bottom of the page. I wish like the plus button was here and I had all this white space. Thanks. And did you notice when I click the plus button, I have to now scroll, and that's why we need that padding. Yeah. If I want to do a layout to put 3 images or 4 images side by side, how would I do that?
So whenever you go into a column, there will be a plus icon that shows up. So add a column, maybe above the image, so that we can also see it.
Oh, I see.
Right here. Yeah, so if you could add a column above the Groove Pages image there, so that we can actually see them as well. Or I can put us like
add a
this.
column.
So you have, or delete the Groove Pages image. Delete this image so that we can see.
We have more room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm just going to put another element here of text so that we have some room. Okay. So now you're saying I can put an image here.
Yeah, you see there's a plus icon that showed up.
All right, I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to choose this.
This is all going to get more optimized as time passes. We'll be doing more testing and things like that, because the image is too big for the width.
Yeah, the image needs to be sized for. It needs to be forced for the width. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And then I could get rid of the text if I didn't need it. In my opinion, this is my opinion, David. All right, hear me out here. This is what I would like. When I do a layout like this, I would like to have 4 plus buttons here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. Follow what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me just do this, and I'm going to take a little screenshot to show you what I mean. What the heck just happened? Okay. And so and let me get one more thing. And now I don't want the ability to put rows inside of rows, so I'm going to want to have gross. Okay. All right. So what should happen is when you're here, you should have 4 mini versions of this. And I would probably even say in a different color so that we know that we're in all right, so I would probably say do it like this and then have them be smaller. And then you would have in the center here like this. One, two, three, four, like that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this and this and this. And you know, David, how we do the layouts in Groove, like we should have like a little shadowing, you know, in all four of these sections. And then when you click this plus button, this will happen. All right. So if I hit plus, now I can just add a video or a button or an image, etc. Make sense? So you hit plus and then the elements come up. All right, I'm going to shoot that over to you in Skype, David. Plus the team will have this video. All right, everybody. So we're showing you stuff that's on the test server, obviously, right? In the meantime, you could use the current email builder, but that is essentially how you will build your emails with us. This is in the infancy stage, and we're going to be creating a builder that we want. You know, we don't do things just to do them, as we say. Please save your changes. Yeah, confirm. And David, that could be optimized as well. I hit save, and then to see something that says, you know, confirm, otherwise your savings will be lost. We should have some intelligence there that lets you quit automatically. If you have all your savings, you don't need a warning. You know what I mean? All right, cool. All right, so folks, I wanted to come into the test server to show you the email builder that we have. And then from there, let's do it over here. We're going to get out of this. And the way that we currently do it, I think I had a test one that we just created, right? Yeah, that was this one. You will build your email out as we just did here. We hit next. And here is where you can go in and you can add tags if people open the email. And when we're done, we simply hit send now. And when I hit send now, it'll send those emails. Or I could schedule it for later, or save it as a draft and then have the team get back to it, which is what I'm going to do right now by deleting this. All right. And we have a little bit of time left. So let's move on to the actual stuff because that was broadcasting. Let's go to sequences now. And sequences, David, you're going to help me walk through this because I don't want to show some of our sequences here. So I'm going to build a new one here.
You can use any of the test sequence, like lemon SendGrid test, for example. You can just use that one and then.
Awesome, great. And the reason why we'd rather do this, folks, is building out these sequences, kind of like building out a membership site in GrooveMember. And one more thing, David, in my opinion here, it's just my opinion, is the edit should always be above the rename. Most popular action. So if we could just, why would we want to rename it instead of edit? Edit is what we're normally looking to do. All right, folks. So now what we're looking at here is the canvas. And the canvas is basically how you set up your autoresponders. So we basically have here, we're saying anybody that's selected to the list called Groove Support, great. Then we didn't say to do any tags or any forms, but that's the trigger if they're there. Then I can also add more triggers. We then do a time delay by dragging that over onto the canvas, just like that. And so the time delay is when, right after the previous step, wait a few days or wait a specific date. And David, this is all being redone too. I don't know if we have the new interface for this. We don't have the mock-ups for this yet, right?
We don't, no.
Yeah, this is all going to be done to be a little bit simpler. But right now, this is very similar to Kartra and Infusionsoft, but we're going to be making it even nicer. So I'm going to do this right now. So as soon as the previous step goes out, this happens. Or I could say, no, I want you to wait a full day because this email goes out full day. But since this is the first thing that happens, right? This is the autoresponder, as we say. We really want this to happen right away. The first step usually happens right away. And then, so then what happens? We want to send an email. All right, let's take a look at that email. And what do we know? We've got our email builder comes up, and we can just write out our email and our subject line, etc. And subject line is here, preview here. And the next is I want to add a time delay for, now this is the next one. This one, I might want to wait a full day, right? Again, this was just a test, so I'm just mucking around with it. And then what happens after that day? What do I want to do? I want to remove a tag, add a tag. No, I want to send an email. All right, so you get it. We write an email, and then we're going to do a time delay for another day. The very next day, we want to send an email. Here's the message, and we're just going to do one last thing here. I'm going to just do a couple of more things. Now I want to do a conditional split, and I drag that here. And what's the condition? If the user has the tag, and let's say like didn't show to webinar, right? What if that was the case? So I'm just going to choose any category here, but let's say this was the tag, didn't show to webinar. Great. Well, then in that case, if that's true, then, whoops, I want to send a text message. And the name of this text message is didn't show. And I will send up my Twilio, and I'm going to hit done. I got to hit my message. Hey, WTF, why didn't you show, man? Not Trump. Hashtag sad. It's Donald Trump sending text messages to his members there. All right. A little laugh there for you guys. All in good fun. All in good fun. Okay. So that's if it's true. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect these like that. So it gives me a little visual. And if it's false, I'm going to say we are going to send, oh, no. If it's false, I'm going to just remove the tag, right? Because I don't need that to happen anymore. So we're going to remove the tag, category, hello world, and David, how do I detach this? Did I do that wrong?
Sorry, Mike, what would you like to do?
Let me remove this. So I have the condition for true. Now I want to do the condition for false. All right. So I want to so I basically clicked on remove tag and I dropped it here.
Okay. So just set it up, and then you go from you click the false dot and connect it to remove tag.
To here?
This will to the remove tag. To the option lower. Yeah. To the no to that one below. Yeah. To the upper dot on the remove tag box. Yeah. So this is all going to change. We are making it much simpler.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Now I get it. Okay, cool. I can also view this vertically and horizontally as well. So by clicking horizontal, it'll refresh the page like this. And we're going to go back to the vertical though. That's just a little easier in my mind to look at it this way. All right. So what we just did there is we just said on the conditional split there that we had this true here and this, and David, it should remember the canvas the way that that it was when it rebuilds it. All right. And so that's it. And then I can not only remove the tag, but I can also send another SMS to this one here, like this, that we're going to give this a name, did show. Select our sender, Twilio, send our message from Donald Trump. And we're done. And we have our text message, and we make that just like that. So that's essentially how you build out your campaigns. It's a follow-up sequence based on conditions. Now, I'll be frank with you folks. I don't do this in the company. Donna and the marketing team do. So I'm not in here a lot, to do this. But you basically get it. This is something that you can do currently with ActiveCampaign, Kartra, Infusionsoft. It's essentially the same thing. You basically set up a condition, and then you delay, and then what's going to happen? Are you going to, and then when we're done, if we're completely done here, I'll just say here, end of sequence here, and end of sequence over here, as well, by connecting this to this. And now that they're connected, both of these sequences end, and it's important for you to have an end of sequence so that you can say, when this sequence ends, and you gave it a name, when the sequence, because it's always a path, they're going to fall through, kind of like, remember that little game where you would drop a quarter in and it would go tick, 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 all the way down? It's going to end up in one of those slots. It's always going to end up in one of those paths. So then you can say, when they're done with the sequence, add this tag, and then again, it's something else that can happen. David, anything else that we want to show here in the sequence builder?
No, currently that's pretty much it with a sequence builder.
Yeah, but I think you guys get it, right? This is basically an advanced way of sending. Instead of saying I want to send an email out over the next 7 days, I can say, based on certain conditions, and if this happens, then fork it. If they showed up for the webinar or didn't show up, and if they showed up for the webinar, if they bought or if they didn't buy, and if they showed up for the webinar, if they left early, all of those different conditions can be done. Okay, so that is, we're going to click save here, and we're going to wrap up the sequences there. And we have just hit the 2 o'clock. And remember, we have a hard out at 2:30. So I'm going to try to wrap this up by 2:15. And I think we can do that. The next is automations. Okay, so let's get onto me here, full screen. All right, thank you, David. What are automations? Have you ever heard of Zapier? Right? Zapier is an automation. It simply says, if this, then that. If this condition, then perform this action. If this event happens, then do this. It's an if, then. Now, here's the other important thing to know about automations. Is it's got eyes that's looking like this. It's like the all supreme being knowing everything that's happening in your entire account. So it's not, I'm creating an automation that says, if right now anybody is on this list, then that's doing a broadcast, right? What this is saying, the all-knowing being is saying, keep an eye on every single scenario that could happen in this universe. And if at any time the sun, and I'm giving you an example in a universe, the sun passes in front of the moon, that's an eclipse, then have the Incas do a ceremony, right? But you get it? This isn't saying if this, then that. That's doing a broadcast, saying if somebody's on this list, send an email. That's saying right now. Automations are saying, I want you to keep an eye out as an all-knowing supreme being that if this situation ever happens, then perform this task. So that means in 6 months from now, if you set an automation that says, if somebody upgrades from free to pro, send out this welcome voicemail message to ring their phone. Oh, I see. So it's looking constantly and it's knowing everything that's going on. And as soon as that scenario happens, it fires. So let's look at some of the things that you can do to create an automation. You simply create a new automation. We're going to call this test for the Groovathon. And I'm going to select a trigger here. And by the way, when this is live, David, when is the automations going to have like about 100 of these different things based on categories for every app?
So remember, Mike, we had a conversation about doing a new automation system that may also include the sequences. So this is a conversation we still need to have. that will bring in a completely new UI and a new way to kind of manage. There will probably be some folders or categories or something that's going to make it easier to click in and see all of the things that an automation is doing.
All right. So what I'll say, David, is, and this is important because, that thing may turn out, we say, oh, this is a big project. Let's move that to Q3. And what I'd like to do is look at that as automations 2.0 and not shelve automations 1.0 until then, because I'll give you like an example. We don't have anything that as an affiliate that I have here that says, if somebody purchases a product as an affiliate, like, if you follow what I mean? So I still want to be able to put in another 30 automations in here in the 1.0 version of this.
Oh yeah, that's actually coming within the next couple of weeks. We are doing it right now. So I'm not saying that we are going to move it away before we kind of do the new thing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let's look at let's see here. Like, David, we don't have, like, if somebody becomes an affiliate, even we don't even have that right now, right?
Yeah, so that's being connected right now. So contacting cart abandons, affiliates, connecting to all the different apps that's being added right
all
now.
The other apps, all the conditions. But these are the basic ones. So I'll give you an example right now. I say that if somebody purchases this product from this funnel called, let's say, Groove, and which product in the upsells and all that, let's say if they purchase the capacity booster pack at any price, this is the price, then now I have to be careful here, guys. So I'm going to actually delete that because we actually have people that did that. And if I do this, it'll send out whatever I tell it to do. So I'm going to do something like this. If a contact fills out a form, and I'm going to see if I have like a test form over here. Yeah, let's do that. If they fill out this form, but let's assume that it was if they purchased a product, then what I can do is I can say add the tag. And I think let's just use the hello world tag, right? The support tag right there, just like that. And I could also do more things. I could say remove them from, I could say unsubscribe from the sequence right here. I'm just going to put support test, but that might be unsubscribe from the sequence that they didn't show, and then add them to the sequence, right, that we called, did show, right? In those examples we were saying before. So we've created, if this condition happens, fire off all of these automations. We hit the save button, and just like that, we've created an automation. Let me show you over here. Okay, so this is something that we've done before. I'm going to just do it one more time. This is, I'm just going to call it BFM. This is GAT 2022. So butterfly marketing works like this. The same way that Groove works. We say if anybody signs up for our program, right? If anybody signs up, purchases a product, Groove, at the free price point, well then, add them as an affiliate to Groove at the default tier to Groove. Okay, and now I hit plus, and now I can also do this. I could create another one, and let me see, is it that? And David, this one too, the latest one should always be at the top. Same thing. Newest automation's always at the top. All right, now this is BFM purchase. BFM purchase. MO at 2022. Right, now I say, now if somebody purchases a product from the funnel Groove, and I'm just going to say if they purchase the lifetime upgrade in full, well, in that case, I want to add them as an affiliate to a custom tier in the Groove funnel. And let me just see here. Let me see which one of these. Maybe this one. David, doesn't that normally open up the custom tiers? It used to do that for me.
It should, yeah. I'm not sure.
Let me see these previous ones because they used to work. It doesn't let me see it when I hover over this. Oh, you know what's weird? Yeah, custom tier. It used to open up the products, the pricing for me. It's not doing that anymore.
Yeah, we'll need to look into why this is not. Is this only on this funnel? Like if you select a different funnel, will it show differently?
Yeah, no, same thing. Watch. And I'm doing ones that I know have custom commissions, right? So I'm saying if somebody purchases this product, let me do it from here. At the lifetime, pay in full on the Oto, then add as an affiliate to the custom tier. That's supposed to pop open something here for me for the groove.cm. Yeah, do you see something's wrong? It won't even let me hit the plus. It used to pop up over here. Yeah. So basically what I was going to show you folks is it was going to allow me to show the custom tier at 40%. And that way I can tell people when you upgrade, you get 40%. All right. And so, yeah, David, if that's, I hope that's a user interface thing because that's,
yeah, that's just the UI.
Yeah. All right. Right, cool. So folks, those are automations. You basically say, if this happens, then perform this trigger. Now, forms here are where you create forms that you can, when you're done with them, you simply walk through a wizard to build your form. And you get to type in here, you get to add new fields. Like if you want to collect a phone number, actually, let me not mess with this. Let me just create a new one because many of these things are live. Let's do the test delete one. All right, we can mess around with that. All right, so it just walks you through the form name. Where do you want to add these people? We're going to add them to this list. Multiple lists we could add them to. We could assign tags. We went over that. And then as soon as they fill out this form, send them right to the sequence that we just created called Lemon SendGrid test. And on top of that, I want to do double opt-in. No, we're going to do single. And where do we want to send them after they opt in? We're going to send them to a page called, let me see here, groove.cm/success, right? Assuming that was the page. And we want to send a welcome email. And David, can you do, this is binary. I can only send an email or a text message. That should be both. And we should have a plus button there that I could also send a voice, another Twilio. And then I set up my message, and just like that, if anybody fills out a form, all of that stuff is going to happen. I can subscribe them, and all of these things we just went through. Subscribe to the list, etc. And then when we're done, we go to we hit save at the bottom, and next, and it's telling me that I didn't put in this correctly. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit our next button and go to the setup, and it's saying, great, you're completely done. Copy the code here, and you go into Groove Pages, and heck, let's just do it. Just going to go into my page right now. I'm going to grab a custom embed element when the page loads. And I'm going to put that form right here, just by dragging that right to here. I bring that down. I was supposed to go here. Okay. And I'm going to click on this, hit the gear, paste the code, and hit save. And we should be able to see that form right there. That page will load in just a couple of seconds. I have to delete that because we don't want that left. Now, one of the things I think, David, that I skipped in that when we were creating that was the build form section here. I don't even remember. It looks like it skipped that step. Let me just hit next.
What are you looking for, Mike?
I was done with the form and I got the embed, and the form didn't load for me. So I just want to see one more time. Paste that code, and then I hit preview. Yeah, I'm not getting the form. Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong?
There's a small delay when you add it on the pages at the first time, because it still needs to kind of be created from GrooveMail.
Okay, so the next time, let's see if that opens a little bit quicker. Yeah, we need to look into that. There it is. Yeah, that form should, it's kind of like the page checkout, but it should load a little bit quicker. But there's our form. And folks, when you create your opt-in form, I'm going to delete this from here because I don't want that showing up in my actual Mike Filsaime site. But when you build the form, I can do a couple of things. I want the first name first, and I also want to collect their last name. Okay, and you can add all custom fields. You can create custom fields like how did you hear about us and different things like that in the settings prior. So I want it to be first name, last name. Let's move that up. Okay, fighting me. There we go. David, one of the other things that I'd like to do is a side-by-side option too, right? I might want to go first name, last name on one line. So if we could have that built into the builder.
This is actually going to come in Q2. We are creating a full-on Groove forms. So this section will be kind of boosted. So we'll have a 2-step form, 3-step form, basically as many as you want. You'll be able to customize the form, add on multiple different elements, columns, and things like that.
Awesome. And look at this. I'm going to create a new field, and the field option, but this field is required. All right. So David, I wanted to create a field called "How did you hear about us?" Oh, that's this right here. What type of field is it? It's a text input. Field identifier is how did you hear about us? And I would probably have taken this and moved it over to the right, David, so that it looks like, you understand what I'm saying? So that it like stacks on top of I thought I was in the same section, and I thought this was the name and the input. I couldn't even tell that it did a new form. So I'd maybe modal this over here so that it stacks. Placeholder, radio, right? This field is required. They have to fill that out. I'm going to leave that off. And what is the default value compared to a field placeholder, David?
So the field placeholder is what is going to show within the input field, and the default value is if you want to kind of pre-fill it with something.
But isn't that what this is?
So the field placeholder is just what is going to say within it, but the default value is you can type in something and you will see it this way.
Radio Gaga. Type in the chat if you know who sung Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Goo Goo. All right, so the identifier.
Field identifier is something like first_name. So this is basically the name of the field within the code.
Gotcha. So I'm going to call this "How did hear," like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Field placeholder. Is that maybe the label?
This is
like
not the label. This is the.
Let's see what happens when we do that. All right. So the default value. All right. I'm lost on that one, but Yeah, interesting. I'm a little lost on that one, David. Wouldn't this be the default value? What?
So the placeholder is the radio, but the default value should show up kind of typed in already. Can you
Which
try
is
to
sort
create
of-
it? Can you try to create a new field, please?
Like this?
Yeah.
A new custom? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the text. There must be something wrong because it should show the actual default value added in.
Yeah, and this is overriding at the placeholder. I think they're the same thing. I think they're the same thing. Let's look into that, folks. All right. So there we go. We've created a custom form. Once you do that, you say what is mandatory, what's not mandatory in the settings. We went through the next step, and that was what happens when they fill out the form. All of these things happen, and then you get your embed code when you're done. And then you saw me put that on my website, or I could put it on my blog or anything. All right. Those are forms. We are at 2:20. We've got 5 minutes left here. And basically after that, folks, this is where you set up your senders. I'm not going to click on that because that shows our API keys that we actually send. But this is where you will go in and you will set up. I want a sender called Donna Fox, one called David Lemon, one called John Cornetta, one called Matt Seralto, one called Mike Filsame. And that is the from name. And then we want to set up what email address it's going to come to, and then connect it to a SendGrid account or from GrooveMail and all of those different things. And here's where you're going to get your analytics on your mailings. Let me see if I click on senders. Let me just move this out of the way here. Just bear with me just a second. Because senders and settings are two different things. Yeah, I can actually show you this. The senders these are the people in the company that we can send from who, right? And so what is the sender's name? What is their email address? What's their reply? Has it been verified yet? And we can go in, we can edit these different things. And this shows you the setup process when you're creating this stuff. And you want to take this stuff very, very seriously. This stuff has to be all has to be filled out. It has to be real names and all those different types of things. Otherwise, you're going to get blacklisted. You have to use real email addresses, all those different types of things. This is where you set up your SMS sender, and this is where you set up your recipients. All right. And finally, analytics or settings. Again, I'm not going to click on that because that just might be our own admin settings, and we have some. That is some admin settings that we have here. So I'm going to go back to the home dashboard here and bring that up. And I think, folks, we are wrapped. Now, David, were there some questions here that anybody had about GrooveMail as we were going over it?
Yeah, so there are questions about the GrooveMail SMTP. And at this moment, we do have integrations with Amazon, Spark Post, SendGrid, Mailgun. I don't even know, probably some more, but everybody's waiting for GrooveMail SMTP. Now, I can tell you that GrooveMail SMTP is working, and some of you already are receiving emails with the GrooveMail SMTP.
We've warmed the IPs. We've warmed the IPs, and GrooveMail is working. We are going through the launch right now, and frankly, talking with Donna, she said, Mike, let me get through the launch right now. And then I'm going to, because she's handling all the marketing, she says, and then after the launch, we're going to announce to everybody how they can come in, and we're going to slowly, by the next 30 to 60 days, the lifetime users are going to be able to come in. So I would probably say, literally, we'll have half of you on here in February, and then the other half of you on here in March, because we have to load balance as we start building the amount of emails that we send. So in the meantime, you can send with the connections. But then if you want to send with us, what's the advantage of sending with us? Well, first of all, we're going to have just as good or better deliverability rates as, let me actually just say just as good. These other companies are really good. SendGrid, Spark Post, Mailgun, SMTP.com, Amazon. But again, just like using Stripe, those companies are like using Stripe, and we're like using Groove. You're going to be a little bit better with us because Amazon could shut you down, and those different types of things. Not trying to bash them, but you're going to be at least working with us. Now, the other major thing is there's no cost. When you're a lifetime customer, there's no cost. You get 25,000 contacts that you can have for opt-ins, customers, affiliates, cart abandonments, people in Groove webinar registrations, Groove survey and Groove quiz, and GrooveMember. All of those are contacts that you can mail to. And having all of those contacts, you can import as well. We have an import feature that you can bring from other places, and you can have up to 25,000 contacts with the lifetime and mail for free. Now, I think we have capacity booster packs. David, what is it? Every 25,000 leads is $100, or every 100,000?
Not sure about 25,000. Let me just see.
But whatever it is, we have options for you. If you have more than 25,000, contact us. It's very, very reasonable. It's cheaper than any email platform out there. The capacity booster packs will give you
100,000. 100,000
extra 100,000 for $100.
Yeah,
which is, trust me when I tell you, that is, most people go $100 for every 25,000. So it's 4 times cheaper than you would get anywhere. But I think you understand, email does have costs, and the lifetime account is extremely generous with 25,000 leads. And if you need more, right? If you're one of these people like us that has, hundreds of thousands of leads, you make that up in the first 10 minutes of your business by sending an email. You'll be happy to know that you'll be cheaper with us than anybody else. And so yes, you can import leads. There's a couple of things we want to let you know. We're very strict on the leads that you import. We run them through 2 different services, something called Black Box, and then Bright Verify. We are literally checking your leads. We are very strict on there's a hard bounce, there's a soft bounce, and there's perfect. If we're not even letting your soft bounce comes in, and we remove different things like admin@.orgs and all. Yeah, I know, I get it. It doesn't matter. .govs, .orgs, a lot of these things are just going to be removed. I know you're not going to be happy about that, but these are the best practices of the industries. And that's it. When you put in, let me put it to you this way. We just cleaned our list. Our entire list of 750,000 free users on the platform. I think, David, the number went down to 360,000, right?
Yeah,
and these
was cut
drastically. Drastic. Because emails are also scored by these companies as being a dormant account. These Gmail knows that this account hasn't even been checked an email in 3 years. It's not an active account. And all of this data gets shared by these companies because Google wants to share that data because it puts a lot of stress on their servers to be getting emails for people that, don't check their email addresses. So these data companies, and look, here's the thing. You don't even want, if you're going past 100,000, the 25,000, let's say you want to bring in 300,000 people, and we knock that down to 125,000. That's less email contacts that you need. So it's going to cost you less. If you're mailing to people that don't open, it doesn't matter. We're even going to tell you the best practices to prune your list. Send out emails to your list, and then go back and say, I want to do a list of people that have only opened my email in the last 90 days. And you may find out that of your 100,000 people, that only 32,000 people opened your email in the last 6 months. Well, then you know what? Create a segment on those and only mail those people. And maybe once a year, mail the other people in a re-engagement campaign, because you're costing yourself money and you're also getting a bad reputation, because Google, Gmail, is going to notice that this email address that is doing sending is sending to a lot of Gmail users that aren't opening the email. And Google is going to start scoring you bad and putting you in the promotions tab. You don't want to be, don't get your ego up there. No, but I still want to mail to the 100,000 people, but they're not opening. So do a segment and create that list and call it engaged. And then do another segment of people that have opened 10 or more emails or et cetera, and call those super engaged. And trust me, if you're mailing to people that aren't opening your emails, we'll let you. Google's going to score you real bad. And you're going to come to us and go, why am I coming to the promotions tab? Oh, that means your email went through. Google gave you the middle finger because nobody's opening your emails. So don't get in your head, oh, I have this list, I have to mail them. If they're not opening your emails, get them out of your list and get a segment of what we would call engaged. All right, so we are at 2:28 and 47 seconds. I have a call that I need to be on literally in 60 seconds. So that's going to wrap it up. David, I don't know if you want to stay on and do a little more Q&A there, or if we're good and we'll see everybody tomorrow. You let me know.
I was thinking to do 3 Q&As next week. So I think we are going to wrap up, but write down your questions, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any that we didn't get to answer during the presentation. I just don't want to start answering questions from the beginning of the presentations, because we go over a lot of these things and most of your questions will get answered. Like people at the beginning of the presentation start asking at those things that we mentioned at the end. So we go over a lot of things. If for some reason we didn't answer some of the stuff, write them down and come to me next week. We are going to do 3 Q&As. I believe it will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we'll see you then probably on the Lemonade Q&As.
All right. So that wraps up the week, the day 3 of the Groovathon. The final day is tomorrow, and we're going to be going live tomorrow at 11 a.m. and doing Groove Cell Part 2 from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., 2.5 hours. Coming in at 1:30 will be Frank Salinas and John Garcia, and they're going to be walking you through all of GrooveCart. Now, that'll probably take 3 to 4 hours. So if you take those 4 hours plus my 2.5 hours, you're looking at 6.5 hours. We're going to be going from 11 to 5:30 tomorrow with a few breaks in between. But we do want to get all of your stuff answered. And there's new stuff that I just saw that just went live with GrooveCart. I just saw David, a GrooveCart affiliate program just went live. So we're going to be showing you that as well. In the meantime, go to groovejv.com and find out how to become an affiliate and help us promote the launch. And if you make just 2 sales, it's like getting the platform for free, because your commissions will cover the cost. And so that even allows you to take the $699 option where you don't have to pay for, you pay 3 months. So you might even be in the profit with the launch before you even have to make the other payments. You make your 3rd sale, and now your Groove has paid you to use the platform for helping us support. So by all means, go to groovejv.com to learn more about that. And on top of that, we're going to remind you that the lifetime has come to an end because the platform has matured. We are now coming out of beta. And by by February 23rd, some of the things that you said, David said, that is going to be fixed in the week or 2, is all going to be wrapped up. And that means that you have to go into the log into Groove. If you're a free member, click in the top right corner, click on that upgrade button and upgrade now for just 3 payments of $6.99, or get it out of the way at $9.97, or meet in the middle for 2 payments of $9.99. Once you do that, you'll never pay us or anyone else ever to run your business ever again, ever, period. And remember, you can start canceling all of those other people, do everything all in one with Groove as we continue to build out this platform, more and more products to come. And we're excited. I think that's about it. I've got to jump onto another call. I'm running a little bit late right now. David's going to take us out right now with some videos that you want to stick around and watch what some people are saying about Groove. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Bye-bye.
If you are still playing around with the free access to Groove and haven't yet upgraded and locked in your lifetime plan, today is the day to do it. Right now, this moment.
I would absolutely buy it. Without a doubt, hands down.
It's tailored for whatever it is you want to do. And it's got all the tools to make it happen.
If you're going to be selling products or services online, you need to have the tool that can bring that all together for you.
If you want a good quality platform that is integrated, that all the pieces fit together, and you've got the ongoing support, you've got the ongoing community, you've got the ongoing upgrades, etc., included for free, well, I think it's a no-brainer to make the decision to upgrade straight away.
Because when Mike says, this is it, we're closing this window, we're closing the door, and we're caulking right around the edges, it's over with.
It's just so incredibly perfect for an online business.
There is nothing out there on the market that gives you this many things for a lifetime deal that will save you thousands of dollars.
Before Groove, our monthly bill for all of our softwares was $29,000. For us, it was a business decision. I get the lifetime because you will save so much money.
I'm a numbers person. I'm an accountant, right? So that with Groove was a no-brainer for me.
You know, the Groove pays for itself very, very quickly.
Not to mention tap into the affiliate deals and make money off of things that other people have created. OMG, you can sell a few of these and it will pay for your entire lifetime membership and never have to pay for monthly software again.
You can get Groove completely paid for in 5 or 6 days if you work it. Honest to God, look, I went to 5. I went to 10,000. I'm over 50,000.
You can't go wrong. I mean, you only have to sell like 3 Groove platinum packages right now to get your money back. You can do that in your sleep.
Let's say 7 years from now, you're making a fortune, and you've been making a fortune. Multiply 7 times 36. Oh man, it's a couple $100,000.
Definitely grab it now. You're not going to see anything. This is as good or better in pretty much every way than the guys charging $300 a month for similar stuff that doesn't do as much.
Why would I go and spend all these other places and then have to learn how to connect them all?
I know some people are sitting there, should I do it? Could I do it?
This is a place where I think you have to sort of listen around and trust some people that have been there. And Mike Filsaime, Matt Seralta, John Cornetta, these guys have been there in the online business. And so for any purchase, it's a leap of faith, right? But in my opinion, you should make that leap because this is going to be your tool that's going to enable you in a much faster fashion to get your online business up and running and moving than anything else you could sort of cobble together out there.
I promise you this will be your best purchase of all time.
And it would be one of those times that you need that light bulb moment. Then here it is. It's lit and you need to move over because if you want the best value, you want the best software, you want the best of everything in one place, Groove is it for you.
So don't hesitate. Do what you got to do to get in at this insanely low price.
That's an invitation to build the ideal life, build the business, build whatever it is that you want to build so that you can really live an extraordinary life.
It's free to join, right? It's free to join. The lifetime's going away. To me, it's like, why wouldn't you do it? Because if you wait, it's going to be a monthly fee and you're going to spend over $2,000 more next year.
You're going to be kicking yourself when it's gone. It's just a straight up math, right? I mean, it's $300 a month or it's $2,000 one time and you're done.
Are you going to be that person that's going to look back and say, hey, I could have gotten in on Groove on lifetime offer and I didn't? Oh my God, why did I let that go?
Why?
It's too good of an offer to pass up.
I knew that this software is something special. And if I then don't take up on this offer, I'm going to regret it because this is going to be the most powerful software on the planet. And whatever happens, I'll move forward with it.